1021 on your dial all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome inside the Jake here at Louisiana High School. Mark Pronick, Marianne Eberhardt getting ready for a varsity doubleheader tonight as the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the Bulldogs will welcome in the teams from Bowling Green tonight, and a different feel to this 54 matchup tonight.
It is a little bit. First of all, I don't think, Mark, that you and I have probably ever expected to come into a basketball game where both Bowling Green teams are winless. So they're both looking to pick up their first win of the season. Of course, everybody's spread out. Normally when Bowling Green and Louisiana meet, it's quite a packed house. But unfortunately, they can't do that tonight. But what also doesn't help is that JV games are being played over in the middle school gym. So there are more fans here. They're just split between the gyms.
Yeah, that's it's going to be an interesting atmosphere, and glad that we can bring it to you on the radio tonight for those who can't be here, and also live streaming video on kjfmradio.com. So at least you've got that. At least you can enjoy the game even if you can't be here in person because of the attendance restrictions that still go on. I can't wait for this.
For this to be over.
Exactly. You know, get that vaccine rolling and get us back to normalcy a little bit around the area. Get the fans back in the stands, not just at this level, but all levels of sport. Because I'm itching. This is this is scratching my itch.
I was going to say, aren't we supposed to be playing hockey by now? I'm just wanted to check.
Middle of January, I think, is when they're going to open up training camps and a 56-game regular season. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about basketball and two very young teams between the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the Bowling Green LadyCats. And we'll talk about that matchup when we start the pregame show for you next here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show. Sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And getting ready for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the Bowling Green LadyCats, the first of two games here tonight on KJFM. We'll have guys varsity action between these two schools a little bit later on. But let's talk about these two varsity programs. Bowling Green, we saw them at Montgomery County tournament in that opening round 70-7 loss to the host Wildcats. We saw Louisiana last week at the Monroe City tournament. Big, it was like 80-11 loss.
Yeah, well, and against a very tough Monroe City team.
Yeah. So it just shows, they're starting from ground zero, these two programs. And Coach Runyon's come in at Bowling Green this year. Coach Branstedter's come back to Louisiana this year to lead the Lady Bulldogs after having so much success with the boys team in the past. But it's you got to start somewhere, and that's where we're at. And it kind of is a theme a little bit around the EMO this year.
It is, and I tell you what, I was looking down at both rosters, and I believe if my eyes don't deceive me, which is always scary, both teams sport two seniors on the roster. Everybody else is pretty young from there. Louisiana, of course, we know last year had short numbers, and they got some people to return who haven't been out for quite a while. Bowling Green, they have a couple player or two that has returned, and they haven't played for quite a while. So there's some excitement between the two programs that they're trying to rebuild, but it's just going to take time.
And we're going to see some growing pains this season for sure, and we're probably going to see some turnovers tonight in this ball game when two teams get together. I don't think we're going to see a very high-scoring game in the first of our doubleheader.
Probably not this evening. But someone's going to pick up their first win, and that's going to help momentum as we go along. Really until we start, the January 1st time frame. Basically December's everybody getting used to the team. You say, oh, well, they've practiced. Well, we all know that everybody has gone through quarantines and protocols and things like that here, and especially this year. So they haven't really functioned really tightly as a squad on either side because someone's always been out. So really this month that they're really just working on, communication, working on knowing where their other opponent's going to be, where their other teammates going to be on the court, and learning that communication and working through some of those bumps. So really, we're excited to see what both teams bring out tonight. So glad to see both teams with strong programs, and hopefully that will continue even beyond this year.
All right, that's an overview. Let's take a look at our keys to the game when we come back here on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
I think there's only one key, and it goes both ways. Take care of the ball. You can't have whoever has less turnovers tonight is going to win this ball game. We talked about it in the open. These are two young teams. You got to get into your sets and just work on that passing, work on that chemistry, and take care of the ball, and hopefully get a finish at the end of each possession. Let's
work on fundamentals as far as rebounding, stealing, and trying to avoid those fouls and getting in foul trouble. Now's the time to work on some of those. So as we mentioned, as you really hit into why this is a conference game, and it's not only somebody pick up their first win, somebody's picking up the first conference win. While you're working those things out, let's get those under control. Let's get those perfected so when you hit January and into February, we're not still making the same early season mistakes.
What are you talking about? Louisiana has 3 times as many players as last year. They can foul at will.
They can. They can. I don't think Will would appreciate that, being that he's on the boys' team. No, they do have a little extra this year, but at the same time, we all know it doesn't take long to get into foul trouble.
Yeah.
And I know the JV girls play after this game, so not sure how many of those have to go over and play in that JV game as well.
Coach Branstetter said it's probably going to look exactly the same over there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a doubleheader for these two girls teams tonight. a true doubleheader for them.
You know, real quick, Mark, before we go to our starting lineups and stuff, I want to let you know, since Louisiana basketball team was part of the reason why the award was won, if you want to watch the Musial Awards where Sabrina O'Haron from the Silex Lady Owls won the Musial Award for sportsmanship in that game against Louisiana that you and I had to call on last year, it will be aired on CBS Saturday, December 26th. That is at 2 o'clock.
All right. That was supposed to be a live national broadcast, but because of COVID, they didn't have the ceremony.
Yeah.
But they did make it into a nationally broadcast recorded event that they will play again. The date on that?
September 26th, the day after Christmas.
December 26th at 2 o'clock on
CBS.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First for the Bowling Green LadyCats. They're coached by Josh Runyon. They'll start junior guard number 3, Briley Sparks. Number 10 gets a start also at guard, a sophomore, Grace Dieters. Number 12, a junior guard, Grace Twellman gets a start. Number 23, a senior forward, Haley Chandler. And another freshman at forward, number 25, Kaylin Charlton gets the start tonight. So again, it's Sparks, Dieters, Twellman, Chandler, and Charlton for Bowling Green. For the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, they're coached by Derek Brandstetter. They'll start a 5'7" freshman, number 10, Reagan Bowser. Number 13 gets a start, a 5'7" freshman, Tiana Campbell. Number 23, a 5'7" freshman, Deprecia Chapman gets the start tonight. Number 25, a 5'4" freshman, Emily Powell. And number 30, a 5'7" senior, Sky Coleman. So again, for Louisiana, it's Bowser, Campbell, Chapman, Powell, and Coleman. And those are your starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
Well, we're waiting to see if we're going to have a national anthem or if we're going to go straight into high school basketball this evening. And Mark, let's be honest, you and I both have talked about it. We're just excited we're playing.
Exactly.
We weren't real sure how many of these games we were going to get in. We're trying to fit as many in as we can as quickly as possible. And, we've had some games postponed, but we've got the national anthem for you now.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
They're announcing the starters here at the gym right now, the Jake Noel Memorial Gymnasium here at Louisiana. Bowling Green in their road blacks trimmed in red with white lettering. Louisiana in their home whites with the cardinal red numbers. And a little bit of gray mixed in down the sides on the trim as well.
And I tell you what, they've got the lighting effects going on here for the introductions. That throws me off every time.
Well, they don't go completely pitch black like, say, Palmyra does, but...
well, they did there for a couple of years, and they had the spotlights that went on, and I forgot about all that.
I don't even see the spotlight up here anymore.
No, I'd say the spotlight went bye-bye.
It probably bit the dust. All right, so the teams have been introduced, and the players head to center court for the opening tip of this ball game.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say between the Lady Bulldogs and the LadyCats.
It looked like we had Charlton in the center.
Against Bowser.
Do my best not to refer to Kaylin as Kinley. We had Kinley on a broadcast with us not that long ago.
Speaking of not that long ago, it wasn't long ago that Reagan Bowser was in daycare with my daughter, and that one right off the bat goes off the glass and in. Opening 2 points go to Bowling Green on a basket by Grace Dieters. Now here's Bowser. Her shot partially blocked and right into the hands of Briley Sparks for the LadyCats. It'll be Dieters bringing it up the floor for Bowling Green. Sends it center of the lane, and we're going to have a traveling call. Whistled against number 25, Kaylin Charlton.
That'll be teams first, her first.
Just a travel call.
Oh, travel call, sorry.
First turnover.
First turnover, there you go.
Of the ball game, and caught in the backcourt with it is Emily Powell. She gets across the line, has it knocked away momentarily, and will underhand it to Bowser at the point. She holds it on the bottom lip of the Bulldog at center court over to the near side for number 23, Deprecia Chapman. Now down low for Ty Campbell. Back up to the free throw line. That shot by Powell misses everything out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green, 55 seconds into this first quarter.
And it's kind of what we expected, Mark, so far this evening. Still half-court defense from the Lady Dogs as Bowling Green brings it down.
Twellman gets it down to Charlton, now back out to Dieters. Dieters drives to the free throw line, now jumps it off for Sparks. Her shot blocked, turns into a pass, and right off the glass and in is Kaylin Charlton, and it's 4-0 Bowling Green.
Full court pressure in there from Bowling Green as they try to work a little bit of a trap here.
They work it back and forth. Now over to Campbell on the far side, and a timeout taken by Coach Brandstetter and the Lady Dogs. 6:37 to go. First quarter, 4-0 Bowling Green leads on Eagle 102.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologist right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to pcmh-mo.org.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
More pressure from Bowling Green. Louisiana breaks it. And into the front court with it is Powell. Powell in trouble, gives it off to Bowser at the center stripe. Over to the far side now for Sky Coleman. Coleman pivots, gives it back to Powell. Back to Coleman again.
Bowling Green's defense being kind of pesty here tonight for the Lady Dogs.
Everything on the perimeter right now, and it's tipped and taken, and staying in bounds with it on the near side is Dieter's turnaround shot to get around the defense. It rims out, and the rebound picked up by Sparks. Back to Grace Dieters. Over to the far side now for Grace Twellman. Free throw line for Dieters. Nothing was there for her, so she gives it off to number 23, Haley Chandler. Work it down low to Dieters. Dieters doing pretty much everything right now. Turnaround shot from about 6 foot is good. 6-0.
And here they come back with that trap with the full court pressure. Charlton up front for the Bobcats. Blah, blah, blah.
Bowser, cross-court pass to the near side for Emily Powell, and she loses control out of bounds, and another turnover gives it back to Bowling Green. Quick substitution out of the ball game is Chandler for the LadyCats. In is Kaylin Womack.
And good to see her out there. We thought maybe after a little incident over Montgomery County she was going to be injured, but I'm glad to see her back on the court.
Work it to the baseline. That shot goes off the front iron and over, out of bounds, back to Louisiana. 5:12 to play here in the first. 6-0 LadyCats lead. And set to inbound is Deprecia Campbell. Nope, now they're going to talk about it, and it's going to be Bowling Green ball. And Grace Dieters will inbound. Gets it right underneath. Shot no good. Putback is good, and a foul. Notch 2 more for Kaylin Charlton, and a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And we'll check and see who they called it on. Called that one on Powell. That is her first, team's first.
And Charlton's shot misses. Putback, though, is good off the glass for Womack. And it's 10-0 Bowling Green. Nice run by the LadyCats to start this ball game. Here's Bowser with it in trouble at the center stripe. It's tipped and goes back into the backcourt, and a little two-hand shove.
Got a little help back there is what you're saying?
Yeah, Powell ends up on the floor, and Louisiana will keep the ball.
Others say it's black ball. Yeah, it went off of Louisiana. I wondered what
it did. I thought they were going to give it to Louisiana to kind of even up, not calling that two-hand shove. Instead, here's Twellman with it. To the near side, Dieters, lob pass down low, shot off the bottom of the backboard. No good for Charlton, and now it's taken back by Gracie Dieters. Free throw line extended. That shot is good. Kaylin Womack has 4 off the bench, and it's 12-0.
Well, Mark, I'm not going to lie to you. This is not the same Bowling Green Lady Bobcats team that we saw over at Montgomery County at all.
Well, they've had a little more practice time now.
Well, they may have found that groove we were talking about just a little bit more.
4:27 to play here in the first. A foul whistled against the LadyCats, and that's the first on Dieters.
So, again, Dieters first, team's first.
Briley Sparks checks out. They get it in, shot from the baseline. That one goes over everything, and the rebound picked up by Kaylin Charlton off the miss by Powell. Into the front court with it to Avery Gam. Gam's first action of the night to the near side. Kick it back to Gam. Louisiana
content to stay in their 2-3 zone.
That's Twellman with a little floater through the lane and good. Her first 2 points of the night. 14-0 Bowling Green leads. 4 minutes gone here in the first, and a timeout taken by Louisiana to avoid the 5-second call. 3:58 to play first quarter. 14-0 Bowling Green leads the Lady Dogs here on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
It's already 2 timeouts burned by Louisiana here in the opening 4 minutes and 2 seconds. That one to avoid a 5-second call. And things just aren't going right for the Lady Dogs right now because of that pressure from Bowling Green.
Yeah, I was going to say they've really embraced Bowling Green has that full court pressure, trying to work on that trap. And we'll see if Coach Brandstetter has come up with something to break that trap.
4 different players have scored for Bowling Green here in the first 4 minutes. And coming back the other way is Ty Campbell. Campbell gives it to Bowser at the center circle over to the far side now for Deprecia Chapman. Chapman gives it back to Campbell. Nothing in the corner, so she gives it to Powell at the point. Powell drives, progress stop, ball stripped and taken away. And here comes Bowling Green again. Dieters over to the far side now for Gam. Gam back to Dieters. Thought about the long 3, now floats it through the lane. Shot no good. Campbell the rebound, and here come the Lady Dogs. Trying to get on the board here with 3:22 to go in the first. Over to the far side now for Powell. Powell gives it off to Bowser. Bowser back for Powell. That's a good one. Shot no good, though, at the end of it, but it was a great feed. Just no finish, and the rebound goes to Bowling Green, and here comes Dieters.
No, she's slowing it down a little bit as she crosses the timeline and gets it over to the near corner.
Jade Meyer snuck in at the last time out, and she has the ball taken away and tied up by Bowser. And the arrow favors Louisiana with 2:58 to play in the quarter.
So checking it in is Brooke Shepard.
The report was she wasn't going to be here, but I did see her come in when we were looking for the concession stand. Yeah. So 2:56 to play in the first. Campbell gives it off to Powell near point. She'll drive the lane, gets to the basket, cut it a little fine off the glass, and the rebound kicked around to Briley Sparks. Gets it ahead to Grace Dieters. She's on the run against Chapman. Makes a move, puts it off the glass too hard. Rebound tipped up into the air, and Deprecia picks it up for Louisiana. Here comes Campbell up the floor. Ty gives it back to number 30, Sky Coleman. Trying to lob a pass into Powell, and it's knocked away. It's going to stay with Louisiana.
And so with the pressure again from Bowling Green, they're basically man-to-man defense in there, and they're really getting, clogging up the lane. So it was a really nice thought from the Lady Bulldogs looking to lob that back door there. It was just a little out of reach.
Meyer checks out, so does Dieters. Shot off the inbound is no good. And Briley Sparks, one of the smallest players on the floor, has been a rebounding machine here in the early going. Picks up another one, hands it off now to Grace Twelman as Bowling Green sets the offense.
Still a 1-2-2 zone from the Dogs.
2:05 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0 Bowling Green, although we haven't had a basket since the last time out. Here's Sparks over to the far side for Twelman. Lobs one for Chandler. And they'll reset as things got a little wild momentarily. Here's Sparks. Her shot's no good. Put back no. And the rebound is out of bounds.
And they're going to say Charlton stepped on the line as she was reaching for the ball as she threw it back in. She just didn't quite stay in bounds long enough.
So Louisiana will bring it up the floor with 1:38 to play in the quarter. Almost a steal. Here's Powell with it. Losing control, and it's stripped out of bounds. Who's going to take it? Louisiana will keep here with 1:32 to play. Still 14-0 in favor of the Lady Cats. That shot blocked. Powell's attempt was blocked by Womack. Here's Twelman to the near side for Briley Sparks. Sparks, good pass for Charlton. She got a little out of control and gets it back to Twelman. Twelman kicks it baseline. That shot over everything turns into a pass. I'll kick it out to Briley Sparks. Sparks shot, no. And we're going to have a foul.
Sparks is going to go to the charity stripe. She's going to get to shoot two.
Foul's going to be on Ty Campbell, the 5'7" freshman. Her first and the team's second. I thought we'd have a few more fouls at this point, but only 3.
Kind of thought that as well. The first free throw shot is up and good.
Makes it 15-0. And back into the ball game is Reagan Bowser. .109 left in the quarter. And the second shot is no good. And the rebound picked up by Bowling Green, but taken back now, goes to the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up, and the Lady Cats will have the arrow this time.
So Dieters returns now for Sparks. It's a 15-0 ball game here with just about a minute to go in the first quarter. All Bobcats at this point.
Game just has a little more speed with Dieters in there. That 3 ball is no good. Rebound, Gracie comes all the way out and gets it. Very deliberate. Gets it to the far side now for Charlton. Back to Twellman at the point. Charlton, a 3 ball. From the near side, a little bit long. Gets her own rebound. And takes it to the near corner. Kicks it back out for Dieters. She'll try the long 3. That one's short. Players falling down. Bowser got tangled up in the legs, and she's stretching her back a little bit. 34.9 seconds to go as the ball went out of bounds. Back to the Bulldogs. 15-0 here in the waning seconds of the opening quarter. Here's Powell over to the far side now for Coleman. Coleman back to Bowser at the point. Down to 23 seconds to go. Chapman has her pass tipped and taken by Dieters. She's off to the races, puts it off the glass, and scores.
Give her 6 already here in the first quarter.
Down to 10 seconds, 17-0. Campbell, her pass over to the far side was knocked out of bounds by Twellman. She tried to connect with Coleman with 3.7 seconds to go, and back into the ball game is Avery Gam as she'll replace Kaylin Womack. Center stripe. Here's Powell. Got clotheslined a bit. Going to have to take the shot. Was it late? I think it was late. Missed anyway for Bowser at the buzzer, and it's 17-0. Bowling Green after the opening quarter. Back with the second from Louisiana after this on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MerPK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
17-0. Bowling Green leads after the opening quarter here from Louisiana. And you have scoring figured for that first quarter? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, we have Dieters with 4, Twellman with 2, Womack with 4, and Charlton with 4, and then adding a free throw is Sparks.
2 for Twellman, actually 6 for Grace Dieters. Nothing on Louisiana's side here as we open the second quarter, and through the hands of Campbell back to Bowling Green. First turnover of the second quarter. Really not a terrible amount of turnovers for these two teams in that opening 8 minutes.
I've got 4 for Louisiana, 2 for Bowling Green.
Here's Briley Sparks with it to the near side for Dieters. She'll try the 3 from the near side. It's a little long. Rebound tipped around, goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Lady Dogs with 7:41 to play here in the first half.
Bowling Green not using that full court pressure, which caused Louisiana some trouble there in the first quarter.
Good give and go. And off the glass, and Louisiana's on the board as Emily Powell puts it up and in. They are letting her use that Euro step in a big way.
They are.
She never put the ball on the floor on either of those give and goes. The first one missed. That one does go in, and that's knocked out of bounds by Louisiana. It'll stay with Bowling Green with 7:16 to go.
So over on the far side, Sparks looking to inbound it after we have a change. Oh, we've got people running onto the court.
Yep. They signaled her in, but they didn't buzz her in.
So now they're going to have to wait.
Isabella Fairchild was trying to enter the ball game. And here's Dieters with it. To the near side, through Gam, into the corner for Twellman. Kicks it across to the free throw line. That shot kind of sat on the back iron and fell down for Briley Sparks. Her first field goal, and she has 3 points.
Makes it 19-2, still 17 points, the largest lead of the night for the Bobcats.
And a little bit of a lazy pass there from the freshman Campbell, intercepted by Twellman. She puts it off the glass, cut it a little too fine. The putback, though, is good, and 8 points for Grace Dieters to extend that lead now to 21-2. Minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Bowser from just inside 3, a little bit long, and the rebound. Dieters got knocked down, but it's picked up by Bowling Green after it rolled around for a while. Stop, pop off the glass, and 2.
Charlton, another 2 for her on the night.
6:14 to play. 23-2. Far side Bowser kicks it back up, and that's tipped and taken by Dieters, and another fast break for her. Goes off the glass, yes, and a foul is going to be whistled on Sky Coleman, and Coleman, not sure if she's gassed or if she tweaked something there.
That'll be the third team foul for Louisiana.
10 points now for Gracie Dieters, and a chance to make it 11 from the line.
It's her first trip to the charity stripe this evening.
6:01 to play here in the first half. Shot doesn't complete the three-point play, and on the rebound, there's going to be a foul whistled against Bowling Green. That's the first on Womack. And she took a swipe and got both hands of the Louisiana defender.
Only the second team foul for the LadyCats here in the first half.
Just 5 total whistled here in the game. That pass is tipped and taken. Here's Sparks with an outlet pass. That shot, Fairchild, is good. Her first 2 points off the bench. Everybody getting in on the act here for Bowling Green.
It's a 25-point game here with just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been all Bowling Green.
Here's Chapman with it. Deprecia kicks it back, and it's tipped by Sparks. And they're going to call a backcourt violation. That ball was tipped.
Well, yeah, but she touched it right in front of the scorer's table and then touched it again in the backcourt.
Thought they gave you a step of momentum.
Just depends on your ref.
Inlet pass down to the low blocks. A little trouble with it, and coming out the near side with it was Womack, and now Sparks ends up on her belly.
And that's going to be another foul, I believe, on Emily Powell. Is that the number she flashed up? That'll be her second, team's fourth.
5:12 to play here in the first half. 27-2, Bowling Green leads. Near side, here's a 3 from the near corner. It's short, turns into a pass off the glass and good.
Oh, I thought that was just another pass to Fairchild.
That's how it ended up. She's got 4 points off the bench, and it's 29-2. Another steal. This one, Twellman on the fast break off the glass and in. All sorts of trouble with this pressure for Louisiana. 31-2. 4:45 to play here in the first half. Over to the far side. Campbell gives it back to Chapman now for Bowser. Bowser between the circles for Louisiana. Kicks it over to Chapman. Deprecia gives it back to Ty Campbell. To Campbell again, and now a shot from just inside 3 is good for Emily Powell. She's got all 4 points for the Lady Dogs. And a timeout taken by Bowling Green. 4:22 to play in the first half. 31-4. The Lady Cats lead the Lady Dogs here on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Sidney Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
31-4, 4:22 to go in the first half.
I have to tell you, Mark, I'm a little shocked. This is not quite the game I expected.
No, and Bowling Green has figured some things out since last we saw them, or while they were in the proverbial queue.
Yeah.
As a team. I don't think they figured this out during a Zoom meeting.
No. I think a little time in the gym has helped, and we know early on in the season they were quarantined for quite a while there, and I think that they're just a little bit of a slow start, and they're finding their momentum.
4:22 to play, 31-4 Bowling Green leading Louisiana here at the Jake. First of a doubleheader, as well as boys action, as Louisiana comes into that game heavily favored over Bowling Green. We'll see how that happens in a rivalry game. And a travel called against number 24, Anna O'Brien, who just checked in.
So back-to-back turnovers here in this matchup. Only 4:09 to go in the half. Don't forget, we'll have your Cellular Satellite Center halftime report for you coming up.
We'll talk about a lot of scoring one way, not much the other through the first two quarters. And that ball is no good, and the rebound picked up this time by O'Brien, and Campbell will bring it up. Ty gives it off near side for Emily Powell. Powell back to Bowser between the circles. Over the far side now for Deprecia Chapman. And Chapman has it again. Turnaround shot, wild shot, no good for O'Brien. That was a prayer there. And the rebound goes to Bowling Green. With it in the front court is Chandler. Kicks it back now for Charlton. To Twellman, back to Charlton on the near point. Now for Fairchild. Fairchild had a pass rejected, and it's going to go back to Louisiana as it goes out of bounds with 3:19 to play.
Jade Meyer checking back in the ball game for the Lady Cats, as long as Shepard's returning for the Lady Dogs.
Brooks' second action of the night for Louisiana. All 4 points for the Lady Dogs scored by Emily Powell. To the near side, Chapman gives it to Powell. Now for Shepard. Back to Chapman now, far side again. And Deprecia has it at the near point for Brooke Shepard. Shepard back to Bowser. Bowser gives it to Powell on the near side. And that pass a little too hot for Shepard, off her hands and out of bounds, as Louisiana was trying to set up a little perimeter offense there.
Well, Louisiana was just looking down through here. A few more turnovers here in the second quarter than they did in the first, but I think they're trying to make some great things happen, and I think that's going to click here very soon for them.
Here's Dieters to the near side with it for Charlton. Charlton back to Grace Dieters. Dieters works against Chapman, gives it back to the free throw line for number 25, Kaylin Charlton, who puts it in. She's got 8 points. 33-4. 2:25 left here in the first half. Here's Bowser. To the near side, Reagan goes, trying to find somebody. Kicks it back out now for Chapman. Chapman, lob pass back to Bowser. Shot no good, but a foul will send Reagan to the line to shoot a pair. Looking for her first points tonight. Foul whistled on Kaylin Charlton, her first.
Team's third.
Louisiana with 4 fouls. And the first shot is long and no good, and it's checking back in as Sparks.
So I think free throws on both sides of the ball tonight. We'll see how she does on this one. Since it's our first trip to the free throw line, Louisiana's first trip. But Bowling Green's free throw shooting percentage right at the moment is not the greatest, so that's something they'll be looking at adjusting as well.
Yeah, Bowling Green, 1 for 4, and now Louisiana 0 for 2, and the rebound picked up by the Lady Cats. Up the floor quickly. And a blocking foul going to be whistled, I believe, on Chapman. And that's her first.
Team's fifth, so even doing a good job of staying out of the foul trouble, which we talked about. Another
turnover is on the inbound. Jade Meyer moved when the ball was triggered, and Dieters wasn't expecting that, threw it right into the bleachers. And said, where were you, Jade? Crossover, gets across the line. A couple of 10s working against each other. Bowser and Dieters, and now they work it out. Little give and go, and the shot is blocked out of bounds. And Emily Powell, some good body control there.
She's doing a very good job. If she can they're almost throwing just a little too far, so she's having to stretch for it. If they can get that timing down to where it's right in the palm of her hand, she's going to be dangerous.
Her shot misses off the inbound play, and the rebound goes to Bowling Green. On a nice play by Haley Chandler, and here's Dieters up the floor with it. to the near point for Briley Sparks. Now for Jade Meyer. Kicks it back to the free throw line. And the pass tipped and taken. Tipped by Chapman and taken by Louisiana.
That's the fourth turnover here in the second half, or second quarter for Bowling Green as well.
With it on the near side is Brooke Shepard. Shepard has no interest in dribbling and has her pass taken away by Dieters. Dieters, spin move. Almost got it to sneak across, got her own rebound. Bowser lost her balance, and all alone that time was Dieters to get the putback. 35-4. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Campbell with it for Louisiana to Chapman. Chapman on the far point has her pass tipped away from Bowser, picked up by Dieters, and she's fouled before the shot.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor, and it's only the 6th team foul, so no shots yet.
First on Reagan Bowser.
Bowling Green will have it under their own basket along the baseline on the near side. Womack and Twellman checking in for Meyer and Chandler. Bowser taking a seat, and I missed who checked in. I think it's Coleman returning, but I'm not positive.
Good rejection of the inbound pass by Emily Powell.
Oh, no, Shepard returns.
Dieters has the ball stripped, comes out to the point, and Sparks picks up the loose ball with 34 seconds to go. Back to Dieters. Center of the lane, shot off the glass is good for Kaylin Charlton. She's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game. And it's 37-4, 20 seconds to play here in the first half. The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Campbell has her pass knocked out of bounds. Not an easy pass right now for Louisiana to be had. Maybe try a bounce pass.
Yeah. Really, I mean, wingspan on some of these girls for the LadyCats. They're kind of just tying up, taking up real estate's what they're doing, and it's causing some problems.
Dieters rejects that inbound pass, knocking it away from Ty Campbell. And Chapman, was that an inadvertent horn? I think it was.
I think it was. Let's try it again.
So it'll be Chapman from the center of the Bowling Green bench to inbound. Bounce pass taken by Dieters. Another interception, but then her pass is given back. 3-ball is no good for Decretia Chapman, and the rebound coming to Bowling Green. Here's Sparks with it. 2 seconds, shot off the glass, good at the buzzer. 2 more points for Womack. She's got 6 to end the half, and it's 39-4. Bowling Green leading after 2 quarters. We're at Louisiana. First half of a doubleheader. We'll have the halftime report for you next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, the Bulldog Band is here, and they're playing across the way here at halftime as Louisiana trails Bowling Green in the first of a doubleheader, the ladies contest. The Bowling Green LadyCats lead 39-4 after 2 quarters. Shut out Louisiana in the first quarter and held them to 4 points in the second quarter. Bowling Green 17 points as a team in the first quarter, 22 in the second quarter, and it's all about pressuring the pass. And a lot of fast breaks going the other way for Bowling Green
well,
right now.
I wish I'd done a better job of keeping track of the steals that Gracie Dieters has gotten there. I mean, right now Louisiana has 11 turnovers, and I'd probably tell you 9 of those came from Gracie Dieters. Grace Twellman got a couple in there as well. But, all 4 points for Louisiana have come courtesy of Emily Powell. They're 0 for 2 from the charity stripe, and that's about really, unfortunately, all there is to talk about Louisiana right now. I'm sure Coach Brandstetter and Coach Dorsey are in there trying to figure out how they're going to handle it if Bowling Green should come out and put that full court pressure back on. I don't know if we'll see it, but even the man-to-man defense in the half-court defense from Bowling Green has been real frustrating for Louisiana. It's almost like you just need to calm down, take a breath, and move it slower. Just be methodical about the way you're, using your passes and things like that. They're getting in a hurry and they're trying to score, obviously, because that's what you need to do to win, but just need to take a breath and slow down.
This actually reminds me of after the great Louisiana class with Melinda Chapman graduated. The next few years, Louisiana was just scared to get across the half-court line, and it's not that bad, but when they get the ball across and they get that pressure defense, that man defense, they're freezing up a little bit, and the passes just aren't very crisp, and they're telegraphed a little bit, and you got to overcome that. You got to overcome that fear a little bit, and that's something that Coach Brandstetter is going to have to work on.
Well, and we talked about this is such a young group. Jaden Womack, one of the seniors that is on this team, she's not, I think, able to play until the first of the year, so they're missing a little bit of senior leadership there. She's one of only, I think 2 returning players who had any varsity time whatsoever. So they really are a very young team for the Lady Dogs, and they're going to get there. If they will stick it out and they will listen, they're going to get there. Bowling Green, they've got players on there who played some JV. They don't have a lot of varsity experience on their side, but they had a few more than what Louisiana had, and you can kind of see that playing out here this evening.
39-4, our score after 2 quarters. When we come back on the Eagle 102 halftime report, we'll check first half scoring here on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
39-4, Bowling Green leading Louisiana in the girls varsity contest, first of a doubleheader here on KJFM. For Louisiana, all the scoring belongs to Emily Powell. She had both baskets there in the second quarter. Only 2 free throws shot by Louisiana, and those were from Reagan Bowser. She missed them both. 6 fouls committed by the Bulldogs, but the story there, 3 of them were shooting fouls. So
yeah, they were.
They went to the line. Bowling Green did 3 times. Just 1 of 4 in the first half, however, as the only one to hit a free throw was Briley Sparks on her first attempt back in the first quarter. So things have got to improve a little bit there for Bowling Green. Scoring, though, they've spread that out very well. Briley Sparks has 3. 4 points for Grace Twellman, 4 points for Isabella Fairchild, 6 points in the first half for Kaylin Womack, and then 10 each for Kaylin Charlton and Grace Dieters, although I think Dieters could probably have 15 or 20 by this point, the way she's been tipping those passes into fast breaks.
So that's really the answer Louisiana has to find. Or Louisiana needs to find an answer for Grace Dieters. Her speed, her quick hands, that's what's given them fits, and hopefully that was something that was addressed in the locker room. But you can't count out, Grace Twellman, Kaylin Charlton. They've been quick as well.
I think, the offense slows quite a bit when Grace Dieters is on the bench, but I think Bowling Green has been able, even with her on the bench, and she only sat for a short time, control the pace of the ball game, and they can put points on the board. And the defense didn't really drop off that far with their star sophomore on the bench there in the first half. So I think this is a Bowling Green team that's finding themselves through 2 quarters. Louisiana just has to get that confidence up a little bit on the offensive end to improve in the second half of this ball game and here in the early part of the season. 39-4, Bowling Green leads. We'll be back with third quarter action after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Bowling Green with the ball to start the third quarter, and a steal by Reagan Bowser. And then she loses control to the far corner, but able to get it back and hits Sky Coleman with the pass to the near side for Emily Powell. Powell, lob pass taken. She tried to hook up with Chapman, and it was intercepted. And back the other way comes Bowling Green, and dribbling off her own foot was Haley Chandler. And they work it to the far side now for Briley Sparks, and it's stolen away by Deprecia Chapman. And then we had it taken back by Sparks, and then a Karate Kid type move there from Deprecia.
And she's going to pick up a foul because of it.
Yeah, she swept the leg.
That'll be her second, team's first of the half.
Far corner and dribbling out is Dieters. Directing traffic, sends Twellman to the far side where she gets the ball in the corner. Skips it back out to Dieters. Dieters puts it inside, shot off the glass, good, and a foul. That's 2 more for Kaylin Charlton. She's got a dozen and a chance to make it 13 from the line. 41-4.
And they're calling that on Campbell. That is her team's second of the half.
So after just 6 fouls in the first half, missing the free throw, but Bowling Green gets the rebound. And they'll kick it back out and set up. Here's Grace Dieters over to the far side for Briley Sparks. Now for Grace Twellman in the far corner. She dribbles baseline, floats one, shot no good. Rebound tipped around, and it comes out to the near side and picked up by Dieters. Bowling Green a step faster than Louisiana here in this first matchup of the season. Shot no good. Putback is good for Grace Twellman. She's got 6.
And 43-4 is our score.
6:27 to play. Here in the third quarter, it looks like we're going to have a running clock here before too awful long to start the fourth quarter. With it is Coleman. No one to give it to. Now gives it to Bowser out high. Through Chapman to Campbell. Ty works it to the baseline, is tripped, and that foul is going to be whistled on Haley Chandler.
Her team's first of the half. Louisiana will inbound the ball along the baseline on the far side.
43-4, nearly 2 minutes gone, and here's Bowser to Powell on the baseline. She has 6.
All 6 for the Lady Bulldogs this evening.
They get 43-6 with 5:58 to play in the third. To the near side for Briley Sparks. Back out to Dieters. Dieters to the free throw line. Forces a pass over to Twellman. Now gets it back. Turnaround shot. And that one's good for Charlton from just inside the three-point line. 45-6. Backing out with it is Campbell. Ty gets to the far side now. And the pass tipped. Coleman's inlet feed on a give and go was tipped away and taken by Bowling Green. Pass across the lane, shot off the glass is good. Chandler with her first 2 points of the night.
And a 41-point lead is the largest of the night for Bowling Green.
At 47-6, nearly 3 minutes gone. Getting ready to check back in is Brooke Shepard for the Lady Dogs over to the far side. Well, they couldn't get the pass off. Campbell couldn't, and a 5-second call.
No,
we have a foul.
Coach Branstetter wants to take a timeout.
Saved her from the 5-second with 5:05 to play in the third quarter. It's Bowling Green 47, Louisiana 6 on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Off the timeout, Louisiana turns it over as the pass was behind Reagan Bowser out of bounds. Gives it back to Bowling Green with 4:48 to play here in the third quarter. LadyCats lead the Lady Dogs 47-6 here in the third, and that is a turnover for Bowling Green back to Louisiana on a bad pass into the Bowling Green bench. 47-6 our score. Here's Ty Campbell with it. To the near side, gives up her dribble, now gives the ball to Deprecia Chapman. Chapman over to the far side for Shepard, now back out top for Reagan Bowser. Bowser works the point with 4:25 to play in the quarter. Gives up her dribble, now the ball tipped. Bowser gets it back and comes to the near side for Campbell, and she's fouled by Grace Dieters, her second.
You know, really, that was just she was getting in there trying to get that steal again, and unfortunately, she made contact.
Yeah, that ball gets loose a little bit. Her eyes
get a little excited, like Christmas morning.
Yeah. Silver dollars. Here's Powell with it, getting past a little bit of contact. Now the pass taken away but knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Dogs with 4:11 to play in the quarter.
47-6 is our score. It's been all Bowling Green here in this matchup. 4:11 to go in the third.
Started this game with a 17-0 first quarter. Lob pass inside, knocked out of bounds by Dieters.
It'll stay with Louisiana. They'll have it under the basket along the baseline.
Off the inbound, that's Powell. Her shot no good. And the rebound knocked around and taken by Dieters on the near side. Grace trying to go coast to coast, goes off the glass and scores.
No problem with that. Her first field goal here in the second half.
Give her 12 points on the night. Gam getting ready to check back in for Bowling Green, and Coleman for Louisiana. With it to Shepard on the far side. Back to Bowser. Reagan through the hands, and then the push down is Powell. It's going to be Kaylee Stevens' first foul of the night.
Third team foul here in the second half.
And 3 fresh coming in for Bowling Green. Is also into the ball game is Isabella Fairchild. And Briley Sparks back in. With it on the near side is Sky Coleman. Now for Shepard. Back to Coleman. Cut off. Forces up a shot and scores.
Yeah, Sky Coleman gets the first 2 points. That's not Emily Powell for the Lady Bulldogs here in this basketball game. Brings it back within 41. 49-8 is our score. 3 minutes to go in the third.
Big fist pump afterwards, too. 49-8.
And there's a steal.
And coming back the other way with it is Powell. Crossover. Center of the lane. Gets it to sneak over. She's got 8 now. 4 in the first half, 4 here in the second half to lead Louisiana. 49-10. A little run here from the Lady Dogs. Fairchild lobs it in now for Womack. Her shot's no good. And the rebound picked up by Deprecia Chapman. Gets it ahead to Campbell. Campbell to the hoop, scores.
So Louisiana Lady Dogs are finding a little bit of momentum here late in the third quarter.
Ty Campbell's first points of the night. To the near side for Gam. Now for Fairchild. Back for Bella. And the pass tipped and taken into a fast break for Chapman. She goes off the glass, no. And the rebound picked up by Briley Sparks.
She got awful excited there and just laid it off the glass a little too hard, bounced off the backboard and hit the rim.
And that blonde hair bouncing up the floor. To the near side for Fairchild. Back to Avery Gam. Now for Sparks. Center of the lane now for Womack. Her shot's no good. And the rebound picked up by Brooke Shepard. Over to the far side for Chapman. Now for Campbell. Campbell's going to go baseline on Gam. And Gam got into her. And Avery going to pick up a personal.
Be her first and team's fourth.
Minute 29 to go here in the third. 49-12. And back into the ball game comes Kaylin Charlton and also
Grace Twellman.
Meyer checks out as well as Fairchild. Back up top for Coleman to Powell from just inside the three-point line. Her shot's no good. Rebound was a little arm hook there action from Bowser.
I like the excitement. I like the
ball
aggression.
goes out of bounds, yeah. Back to Bowling Green with a minute 18 to go, and here's Twellman with it. Grace in near side for Avery Gam. Gam back to Twellman in the near corner. Bounce pass inside for Charlton, and she traveled.
So we've got Bowling Green has 4 turnovers here in the second half already.
49-12, though, is their lead. They're still well in control of this matchup. Over to the far side for Coleman. Sky gets it off to Emily Powell to the near side now for Chapman. Chapman tried to lob it down low. It's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Lady Dogs here with 57.3 seconds to go.
I like the play the Lady Dogs are running there. It's just a matter of, just a half a second quicker with that pass on the inside.
The inbound pass is too far. Going back the other way and then taken away momentarily by Chapman. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Bowling Green. We're under a minute, 52.4 seconds to go in the third. We'll have a running clock to start the fourth. Bounce pass inside, taken away, goes to the floor. They're going to tie it up or take a timeout?
Well, I was waiting for him to call it.
Well, no one would grab it for Bowling Green. She was just sitting on the floor, wasn't traveling or anything. Arrow does favor Louisiana on the jump. Here's Powell. Hands it off for Bowser. Reagan to the near side now for Chapman. Little give and go there. And it's getting a little predictable now and taken away by Briley Sparks. Little jump shot. That's no good. Bowser with the rebound, and she comes out the far side with it up the floor. Look out behind, and it's tipped and taken away by Bowling Green. Down to 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. First of a doubleheader here on KJFM tonight. Here's Twellman. Had that go off her foot, and foul going to be whistled on Twellman, I believe, as she took down Capricia Chapman.
That is who they call it on. That's only her first. Team's fifth. 8 ticks to go here in the third.
And a timeout taken by Louisiana with 8 seconds to go, trying to draw up that final play of the third quarter. Down 49-12 here in quarter number 3 on KJFM.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
8 seconds even left here in the third quarter. Bowling Green leading Louisiana 49-12. It'll be Bulldog ball. And I think it's going to be all the way at the other end of the floor.
I had to look see where they were standing. He was hiding it down here. Bowling Green content to stay in their half-court defense, it looks like.
I am surprised. I haven't seen a two-ref crew at all this season so far. And you used to see that quite a bit. Only at tournaments would you see a three-man crew.
Yeah, and then it kind of got to conference games, and then, really.
That'll be it. They didn't get the shot off before the end of the quarter. But, but I would think this year especially they would want to limit the amount of people on the floor. But nope, three-person crews, still the norm here in conference play. 49-12, we're heading to the fourth after this. Bowling Green leading Louisiana on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
8 minutes left in this ball game. All Bowling Green tonight, although the last 4 minutes of that third quarter belonged to Louisiana as they had their best offensive output, 8 points in that third quarter, and have 12 for the game now. Their leader, Emily Powell, with 8, Sky Coleman with 2, and Ty Campbell with 2 in this ball game. Bowling Green, they scored 10 points in that third quarter and have the ball to start the fourth. Their scoring will break down at the first whistle. That shot, little floater's no good for Twellman from the baseline, and a tie-up will give it back to the Lady Dogs. 3 points for Briley Sparks, 12 for Grace Dieters, 6 points for Grace Twellman, 6 for Kaylin Womack, 2 points for Haley Chandler, 14 for Kaylin Charlton, and 4 points for Isabella Fairchild in this ball game as Louisiana sets the offense, trailing 49-12. 45 seconds into this fourth quarter.
So Bowling Green kind of in a loose man-to-man until they get possession of the ball. Then they're attacking.
That shot's good. Another 2 points for Emily Powell. Makes it 49-14 here with under 7 to play. Twelman drops it off for Sparks on the far point as Bowling Green sets the offense. They'll take their time offensively. Here's Fairchild with it. Some aggressive yelling there from Sky Coleman defensively for Louisiana.
And that's going to be Ty Campbell picking up her third foul. It's going to send Grace Twellman back to the charity stripe. Her first trip to the charity stripe tonight. She'll get 2.
No free throws in the third quarter, so Bowling Green as a team still 1 for 4. And they drain that one. 2 for 5 looks a lot better.
Delaney Feldman checking in the ball game now for Fairchild.
As the clock continues to run, 2 minutes gone, she hit them both.
And Grace Twellman is the only person who has sank both their free throws here in this basketball game.
8 points on the night for Twellman. And checking out after that whistle was Grace after she sunk them both.
I'm over here checking on Jaden. I think she's okay. You going to make it over there? A little worried about you. She's standing up here next to us.
Near side with it is Campbell. Coleman, rather. Powell has her pass tipped and taken on the near sideline, but letting it go out of bounds was Womack after she tipped it away. I think she was scared to run over Coach Josh Runyon.
I think he could take it. He's a football player from way back.
Ooh, almost a travel. It is
Yeah,
a travel
travel.
called on Powell. And the turnover gives it back to Bowling Green with 5:07 to play and the clock running here in the fourth. Across the line is Avery Gam. To the near side for Sparks. Riley kicks it to the baseline. And that shot's good. Kaylin Womack.
Give her 2 more. She's got 8 now on the night.
53-14. Bowser gets it to the near side for Powell. Powell back for Campbell. Ty has her pass taken away. Was trying to get one to Bowser in the corner, and now she commits a foul. That's going to be the 4th on Ty Campbell.
Only the 4th team foul for the Lady Dogs, but didn't want Campbell in foul trouble here this late in the matchup.
Across the line is Gam to the near side for number 33, Kaylee Stevens. To Feldman. Delaney has her pass knocked away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Bowling Green down to 4 minutes to play. First of a doubleheader, we'll have boys varsity action between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. This one was decided early as Bowling Green going to pick up their first win. And the Lady Dogs will stay winless here in the 2020-2021 campaign. Gam thought about shooting, gets it to the near side for Stevens.
It's also in a conference win.
Here's Sparks. Ball goes to the floor, picked up by a couple of Bulldogs and a tie-up as Feldman got a hand on it. And it's going to stay with the LadyCats. More substitutions, keep that clock moving without the ball in play. 53-14 is the Bowling Green lead. We're in the fourth, more substitutions. That burned about 25 seconds off the clock. Back up top. Stevens gives it to Feldman over to the far side now for Gam. Gam shot. That one's good. Avery Gam, her first 2 points of the night.
I tell you what, some of these girls are getting warmed up for the JV matchup. They're about to play in the other gym as soon as this game's over with.
I know you probably played a game over there. Have you ever broadcast from the old gym?
No.
I've had the pleasure.
You've had the pleasure, huh? I was trying to think. No, I don't think I've broadcast from there.
Hey, there was 1 year where there was a leak in the roof over here, and they had to move a game over there. I think like heavy snow caused a leak.
I think I remember that. I mean, I remember when that happened, but
It's been a while.
It's almost like broadcasting in the old Clopton gym.
Except for they have the stands on one side, but as that shot's up and good for Kaylee Stevens, her first 2 points of the ball game. But the stage is at the end.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much up amongst the peoples.
You are amongst the peoples.
1:58 to play, 57-14. And the ball taken away by the LadyCats. Fairchild off the glass, no good. Put back, though, no good. Another put back, and that one is good. So back-to-back baskets for Kaylee Stevens. She's got 4, and it's 59-14 with 1:38 to play in this ball game. Up the floor with it is Ty Campbell. Over to the far side for Deprecia Chapman. Chapman lobs it down to Campbell, and she's fouled. That's going to be a foul on Kaylee Stevens, her second. And that'll probably take us down under a minute to go in this ball game.
It probably should. Depends on how quickly Ty shoots these free throws.
The first one is good.
Look at
She's
that.
got 3 points.
She doesn't look like she wastes much time, so we may not get under that minute. Looky there.
That shot no good. Ball knocked around, and she picks it back up. Here's Campbell with it again. Down to 58 seconds to go in this ball game. Kicks it near side. Here's a shot. Off the glass too hard. Campbell's rebound is no good, but she's going to head back to the line. This will take us down to about 40 seconds.
Gam picking up her second foul.
First shot short, so she made the first. And now has missed 2 consecutive. We'll have one more try here. So we're down to 28 seconds. That one is good. So she's 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 points on the night. And this will probably be the final possession with it. On the near side is Stevens, playing catch with Gam. That shot rolls around and down. Kaylee Stevens having a nice fourth quarter with 6 points. 61-16, down to 8 seconds. Over to the far side. Through Ivy Nolson. Here's a three-pointer. That one's short. Off the hand of Brooke Shepard, and that's the ball game. Our final in this one, Bowling Green 61, Louisiana 16. We'll be back with the post-game show for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
All Bowling Green in this one as the LadyCats defeat the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs 61-16 is our final. A 17-0 first quarter really set the tone for this ball game, and then Bowling Green outscored Louisiana 22-4 in the second quarter as Emily Powell had all 4 points in the first half for the Lady Dogs. A 10-8 third quarter as the last 4 minutes of that third quarter were controlled by the Lady Bulldogs, but then as the subs came in, they did a nice job for Bowling Green, especially Kaylee Stevens in that fourth quarter. She scored 6 of the team's 12 in that fourth quarter as they put the Raps with the running clock on with a 12-8 final frame to seal the 61-16 win. There's not a whole bunch to say about this one except for Bowling Green looked like they're on the right track. Louisiana still has a little work to do.
They do. Louisiana ended the night with 21 turnovers, so they'll have to definitely take a look at that. Bowling Green still had 13 turnovers and 3 for 7 from the charity stripe for the LadyCats, but big news comes when Grace Dieters and Kaylin Charlton each put up 14 points on the night. you know that you're headed in the right direction when you get two of them scoring that high. So,
final scoring numbers, you mentioned Charlton and Dieters. For Bowling Green, 6 points for Stevens, like I said. Womack, Twelman, each 8 points. 2 points for Abraham, 3 for Riley Sparks, a couple for Haley Chandler, and 4 for Isabella Fairchild to round out the scoring. For Louisiana, 10 points for Emily Powell, a double-digit score for the Lady Dogs. That's probably a first for this season. 2 points for Sky Coleman and 4 points for Ty Campbell, as Louisiana stays winless on the season, and Coach Josh Runyon picks up his first win as head coach of the Bowling Green Lady Cats, and it is a conference win here in the MO, so congratulations to Josh on win number 1 in the program. So 61-16, our final, and we'll wrap up this post-game show and come back with pregame between the Louisiana Bulldogs and Bowling Green Bobcats. Men's varsity action still to come here on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc PK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
First game went to the road team. Let's see what happens here in the second game of the night as the men take the floor as Louisiana hosts Bowling Green. Louisiana, pretty impressive. Monroe City tournament last week.
Yeah, they were.
And especially that opening round win. They put up 70 points in their first action in a while. So that was a fun one. You haven't seen Louisiana score 70 in a long time. And that was just the start of a really good tournament for them over at Monroe City High School.
It was. We had I had the privilege of calling their game on Friday night against Van Far, where Van Far had some players missing. A little mismatch as far as height goes, but Van Far put up quite a tough fight. But Louisiana, they definitely showed that they are another year older. We talked about it in the preseason stuff, that they basically lost pretty well. I mean, Feldworth was probably their big key player that they lost. Pedersen, he was good defensively in there as well. But other than that, they've had the same core kids now going on for 3 years. And you can see that they're talking. You can see that they understand each other. You can see a couple different things for them and how that is going for them. And you can see the improvement. Now, if they could just look maybe a little bit more controlled, I think you're going to see a very competitive Louisiana team as we move through the season.
And I thought in the opening round win, they were very controlled. So they just got to put that back-to-back nights together and make it a consistent effort. But, boy, I've been impressed with the leadership and the scoring ability of Mason Washington here early on in the season.
We got to see a little bit of that on Friday night. Tremaine Chapman was one of the big scorers for the Bulldogs on Friday night as he came in, and I really like seeing what you see from Jack Logan normally when he comes off the bench. And really Kenny McCormick, a player that you don't probably talk a lot about, he came in and was very good defensively for the Bulldogs off the bench late in that basketball game. My question is going to be is how are they going to defend a little bit speedier and a little bit more height against the Bobcats?
We'll talk about that in our keys to the game, which is coming up next on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
All right, our keys to the game. Louisiana has to play controlled. They can't have the little mental mistakes. They can't try and be too fancy. Bowling Green, they need to find some shots tonight. They just have not shot well to start the season. I think they've got to find a way to the basket, and that's going to be tough because Louisiana, and we haven't set it often over the last 10 years or so, has a height advantage in this ball game, and they've got some good rebounding down low. They're playing some defense. I know Jim Ross talked about that before the first game last week, that Louisiana had to play some defense this year. They've done that so far.
Well, they have, and I tell you what, that rebounding was a big key for Louisiana on Friday night. A much shorter Louisiana team in the first half was out rebounding Louisiana, and they came back in the second half and made that adjustment. So I really think probably the winner of the game tonight is going to be who's able to pull down the most rebounds. Those second chance shots, they're so big, and really you've got to get in there and you've got to get in position. And when we say bring down the rebounds, we say it without pulling the foul with it. So, you got to stay off the bench. You've got to stay on the court and not let those shots be made with no time running. So get in good positions tonight, get those rebounds, and I think that's going to determine probably the winner of this matchup.
And Bowling Green has to stay out of foul trouble themselves. That's something they've struggled with early in the season. They've got to keep their best players on the floor in this ball game. That's the big key for them. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right. State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Our starting lineups for this ball game as Bowling Green visits Louisiana. For the Bobcats, it's number 1, a 6-foot senior, Michael Starks. Number 10 gets a start, a 5'8 junior, Owen Niemeyer. Number 23, a 6-foot sophomore, Marcus Starks, gets the start tonight, a 5'9 junior. Number 33, Charlie Bowen. And number 35, a 5'11 junior, Caden Chandler. So for Bowling Green, it's Starks, Niemeyer, Starks, Bowen, and Chandler. For the Louisiana Bulldogs, they're coached by Matt Smith. They'll start at 5'10 junior, number 1, Tremaine Chapman. Mason Washington gets the start. He's a 6'3 junior, wears number 2. Number 11, a 5'7 sophomore, Wyatt Harrison, gets a start for Louisiana, as does number 13, a 5'10 junior, Quincy Hunt. And number 23, a 6'1 sophomore, the three-point threat, Jack Logan. So again, for Louisiana, it's Chapman, Washington, Harrison, Hunt, and Logan. And in the center circle, it's going to be Michael Starks against Mason Washington. They're in there, ready for the ball to come in from the far side. And our opening tip is up and belongs to Bowling Green. Michael tips it to Marcus, gets it back now to Michael. He's cut off from the baseline by Mason Washington. They'll kick it back to Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer over to the far side for Marcus Starks. Starks bounce pass to brother Michael. His 3-ball is too long, and Jack Logan with the first rebound defensively for Louisiana. He takes it across the line, hands it off to Wyatt Harrison. Harrison travels across the Bulldog at center court over to the far side. Now comes back near side, just outside the three-point line. They kick it down low to the baseline, and Chapman gets it now for a 3. It's way off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Michael Starks for Bowling Green. Michael to the baseline for Owen Niemeyer. Actually, that wasn't Niemeyer. This is Niemeyer with the ball on the near point.
Well, Charlie Bowen's down there kind of trying to make some space against Quincy Hutt down there. The two of them are kind of battling along the block down low.
I'd say Charlie has the size advantage. He's a little beefier, so he'll win the physical battles.
Well, it looks like they've changed Quincy Hutt's number on me, and I'm glad I was able to pick that up. He's actually wearing number 4 tonight.
Yeah.
I missed that. That was Kenny's number the other night.
Over to the far side now for Starks. That's Michael trying to find the baseline. He's blocked from behind, but a foul going to be whistled against the Dogs with 6:40 to go in the first in a scoreless ball game.
And this game's starting a little bit different than the girls' matchup did.
Bowling Green still opportunity to strike first. Jack Logan picks up the personal.
Michael Starks, who's standing at the free throw line, one of 3 area players who were named to the All-State football team. Congratulations to him. And then, of course, he, along with several others on the Bowling Green squad and the Louisiana basketball squad, made all districts. You can find both those lists on our website at kjfmradio.com.
Here's Starks. He missed the first. Michael's second free throw, and that one is good. And it's 1-0 Bowling Green. So Michael hits 1 of 2. And there's a minute and a half gone here in the first quarter. Harrison to the near side for Hutt. Back up top now for Washington. Mason over to the far side. Turnaround 3, Logan. Not much rotation on that one. Off the back iron and out. And picked up by Michael Starks for Bowling Green.
I like how he slows it down a little bit once it gets the ball in his possession. Now he's going to hand it off to Niemeyer.
Niemeyer between the circles for the Bobcats. Over to Starks on the far side. That's Michael. Holds it waist high now. Couple of between the legs dribbles and tried to connect with Charlie Bowen on a little no-look pass, and it goes over Charlie.
First turnover of the half for Bowling Green.
Out of bounds back to the Bulldogs. And here comes Wyatt Harrison with it. 2 minutes gone, 1-0 our score. Bowling Green ahead, bounce pass for Logan. Jack out high for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman going to try the three, it's no good. Rebound Washington, has a little trouble with it. Put back now, off the glass and good.
So Washington, that's what they needed him to do the other night up at Monroe City. He got good position there, was able to get that shot and the put back, and it's up and good. Gives the Bulldogs that 1-point lead.
There's a charge called on Charlie Bowen. His first foul.
No, Caden Chandler, his first.
You know, I'm having trouble with the haircuts. They're getting too similar on their haircuts. There's things I look for. And Charlie needs to grow his out a little bit. Hutt loses control over to Logan on the far side. Can't mistake that hair. The beautiful flowing locks of Jack Logan. He's got the ball again. With the headband over to the far side, here's Harrison for three. That's off the mark. The three ball just not there right now for Louisiana. And here comes Marcus Starks trying to go coast to coast. Can't get the roll. And the rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Here comes Tremaine Chapman back up the floor with it. Tremaine to the near side for Logan. Another three attempt. That one's no good. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's picked up by Bowen, this time for Bowling Green. That is Charlie. And now he charges.
So either way, he gets a charge. It was just a little later than we first called it, and it's a second team foul for the Bobcats.
Louisiana very good at taking the charge, getting themselves set and in position to take the big hit. 2-1. We've played almost 4 minutes. Make it 3.5 to the near side for Mason Washington. He was over 30 in the first game at Monroe. He gets his own rebound off the miss. Here's Logan, kicks it down. Hutt is blocked, and the rebound taken away by Marcus Starks. Did Starks have the block?
Well, I couldn't really tell from my position, and I think he probably had a hand on it.
Over to the far side, here's Niemeyer. To Marcus Starks. Back to Owen. Bounce pass far side for Michael Starks. Tried to float a pass, it's taken away by Wyatt Harrison. They'll hand it off to Washington. Back to Wyatt. Kicks it down low for Hutt. Out the near side, here's a three. That's no good. Louisiana just not
there
able.
Yet.
Yeah. A little floater, no good, and another rebound for Quincy Hutt.
And right now,
missed by Niemeyer.
Both teams are really struggling to find the hoop. Or they're finding it, they're struggling to get the ball through the hoop.
Yep. Here's Harrison with it for the Bulldogs. They're up 2-1. To Logan, back up top now for Chapman. His scoop shot goes straight out of bounds. Not enough scoop.
Well, he was hoping to draw the foul as he tried to, go through three defenders there from the Bobcats and hoping one of them would reach him as he was going there and go to the free throw line. It just didn't work in his favor.
Down to 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Starks into the corner for Chandler. Now back up top. Now out the near side for Michael Starks. Gets it down low to Charlie Bowen. Bowen kicks it back out. Here's Niemeyer and stepping out of bounds.
They're going to call 3 seconds in the lane on Charlie.
He never vacated.
So Heidecker checking in now for Marcus. Also entering the basketball game is going to be Harrison Hunt. You have no trouble mistaking his haircut.
No. That's one of a kind on the Bowling Green squad.
So 2-1 still our score. Dogs on top by 1.
2:55 to play here in the first quarter. Low scoring is an understatement. Here's Harrison with it.
Honestly, we kind of expected this type of score in the girls' game, and that didn't quite go that direction.
Here's Hutt, kicks it out near side. Here's Logan for three. No, rims out. And the rebound pulled down this time by Caden Chandler for the Bobcats. Michael to the near side to Niemeyer. That shot off the glass is good.
Chandler with his first two of the night. Back to a 1-point lead for the Bobcats, 3-2.
Seesaw affair. The seesaw is just moving very slowly. Here's Wyatt Harrison. Good spin move and a little hook there on Quincy Hutt, I think.
That's exactly what they're calling. His first. team second. Ryan Capps making an appearance off the bench now.
Replacing Quincy.
And it looks like Perkins is set to come in at the next dead ball.
2:12 to play here in the first quarter. 3-2 Bowling Green. They've got the ball. Here's Niemeyer. Ran his own pick on his own man. Has it back now from Heidecker. To the near side for Michael Starks. Starks can't find anything down low, so he goes back to Harrison Hunt. Kick it down low to Chandler. Good physical battle there with Ryan Capps. Put back no, but a foul's going to send Heidecker to the line.
I tell you what, I like the physicality between Chandler and Capps down there on that block on the far side. Chandler just gave Capps a pat on the back, but I tell you what, those two are really battling it down there, and that's going to be fun to watch throughout this basketball game as long as someone doesn't get in foul trouble.
Capps did pick up his first personal.
And Chandler takes a seat as Bowen returns.
And it was Tremaine Chapman taking a breather to allow Perkins into the ball game, and Heidecker hits the second one to make it a 2-point game. 4-2. Minute 44 to play here in the first quarter from the Jake in Louisiana. Here's Logan with it. Jack over to the far side. And what do we have?
A foul away from the ball again.
That's going to be on Heidecker, I believe. No?
Hutt.
Hutt.
Harrison Hunt with his first. Team's third.
Harrison gets it into Logan. Cut off from the baseline by Charlie Bowen. He'll come back outside for Nathan Perkins. Perkins kicks it back out to Jack Logan. To the near side, here's a three for Washington. It's short. And the rebound one-handed. Then taken away from Starks. Goes off the glass. Does Harrison off the steal and scores.
Wyatt Harrison heads up play there as he swiped the ball out of Starks' hands while he wasn't paying attention. Got a hold of it, went up strong.
Here's Marcus for three. That one too long, and the rebound goes off of Hunt out of bounds back to Louisiana. Minute 4 to go in the first. We're all tied at 4.
And Harrison's one of those kids that you have to watch where he's at on the court. He's not a big player, and he can be kind of sneaky. He's very quick.
Here's Logan with it. Off the long pass up the floor, gets it to Capps. He goes off the glass, cut it too fine, and Hunt with the rebound for Bowling Green. Over to Heidecker now for Starks. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. 4-4 our score to the near side for Heidecker. Now for Bowen back up top for Michael Starks. Starks over to the far side for Braden Heidecker. Hunt gives it back to Heidecker on the far point. He works down to the baseline, cut off there. Gives it back to Hunt. Hunt trying to muscle through two men, puts it off the glass and scores. Harrison Hunt puts Bowling Green ahead 6-4. Final 18 seconds of this first quarter. Bounce pass goes off the knee of Capps. Regains control. Now to Perkins in the near corner. Back to Ryan Capps, and he throws it away.
Turnovers are something I have to watch on. It's only the third here of the quarter, but you don't want to get too comfortable.
Owen Niemeyer replaces Michael Starks for the final 7 seconds of this first quarter. Bowling Green has a lead. A slim one. They'd like to add to it before the horn sounds. Here's Niemeyer, center of the lane. Bowen, and another charge called on Charlie.
Oh, his second charge.
Yep. 2 fouls, both offensive, and we're down to 0.3 seconds to go. Louisiana is going to take something to get a shot off. Here's Washington, and he won't even attempt it as Niemeyer came in to defend. 6-4 after one. Bowling Green leading Louisiana from Louisiana High School on Eagle 102.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can. But also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out. But do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Bulldog ball to start the second quarter. Washington set to inbound, gets it to Harrison as the Bulldogs trail Bowling Green 6-4 after the opening 8 minutes. Here's Wyatt Harrison, hands it off for Mason Washington. Washington between the circles over the far side, hands it to Jack Logan. Logan hands it to Perkins. Now back to Harrison from just inside 3. His shot's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Michael Starks for Bowling Green.
And we talked about the rebounds, and right now Bowling Green's getting in there fighting for those rebounds, especially on the defensive side.
Niemeyer tried to lob a pass down, got it to Hunt, and another foul going to be whistled on Ryan Camps. That's his second off the bench.
And that'll be the team's third. Send Hunt to the free throw line. Well, he'll get to shoot 2.
Not much scoring in the first quarter. 2 points for Caden Chandler, 2 for Harrison Hunt, a point each for Braden Heidecker and Michael Starks on 1 of 2 shooting free throws. And this one's good. So Hunt becomes the game's leading scorer, and the lead the biggest of the night at 3 for Bowling Green. 2 points for Mason Washington, 2 for Wyatt Harrison. That's all the scoring for Louisiana. And into the ball game for the first time this season is Donovan Richards.
Quincy Hutt also returned, so Logan and Camps take a breather.
And the second shot is good. So Harrison Hunt, perfect from the free throw line. And a 4-point lead for the Bobcats.
That's their largest lead of the night.
Near side with it is Richards. Back up top now for Mason Washington. Washington over to the far side now for Nathan Perkins. Perkins floater rims out. And the rebound taken down by Marcus Starks for the Bobcats. Starks trying to go coast to coast. Scoop shot was tripped up, and we're going to have a blocking foul this time called on Wyatt Harrison, I believe. It is his first.
And this is some fouls that we're going to look at because they're going to give Marcus now 2 shots. That's the 5th team foul for Louisiana.
Lead starting to grow at 4 points right now for the Bobcats. And the first one's no good for Marcus.
Chapman returning for the ball game now, coming in for Harrison. I think there's a little confusion. Nobody knew who they're coming in for.
And the second shot for Marcus is up and no good. The rebound pulled down by Washington for the Bulldogs. Over the far side for Richards. Richards back up for Mason. Washington back for Donovan Richards, a 5'9" sophomore. Free throw line through the lane, kicks it off last second and fouled by Starks as Washington, and Mason will head to the line.
B. Starks' first foul. Team's 5th for the Bobcats.
First trip to the line for Louisiana tonight.
Washington's going to stand there. He's going to get 2 freebies, down by 4.
And the first shot's long.
I think everybody that's been in this gym tonight needs to work on free throw shooting.
Maybe they need to check those rims.
Maybe. There you go.
Second shot is good. And it's a 3-point game. And a timeout taken by Bowling Green. 6:46 to go in the second quarter. It's the Bobcats 8, Louisiana Bulldogs 5 on Eagle 102.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
6:46 to play here in the first half. It's Bowling Green leading Louisiana by 3, 8-5. Little push off there for Michael Starks. He got away with it. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to the Bulldogs, trailing by 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, some full court pressure in there from Louisiana. Wasn't in your face type of pressure. Bowling Green broke it fairly easily. We'll see what they come back with the next trip down court.
Here's Richards with it at the point. Thought about driving the lane, gives it back to Perkins. Now for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman floats it down. Mason Washington cut it too fine off the glass. Maybe got a little help from Marcus Starks, and Starks comes away with the ball. That little floater is no good. Put back no good. Another put back. Heidecker finally finishes it off the misses by Hunt and Starks.
That extends that lead to 5, the largest of the night. For the Bobcats, 10-5 is our score. 6:03 to go in the half.
Bowling Green doing a very good job following up on the play. They're getting those second and third opportunities.
And we talked about that, especially with those reboundings. And it looks like Starks is picking up another one. That's Michael.
That's his second, and that's
the team's 6. So Louisiana shooting free throws the rest of the half.
Bowling Green has a number 3 coming to the ball game. We don't have a 3 on our roster. 5:51 to play. Washington with it over to the far side. They kick it back up to Tremaine Chapman. Chapman floats it through the lane. That one in and out. And the rebound pulled down by Bowling Green's Caden Chandler. Heidecker hands it off for Owen Niemeyer. To the near side now for Marcus Starks. Starks works against Chapman, and Richards came in and knocked it away. It's going to stay with the Bobcats. 5:24 to play in the first half of this ball game. Heidecker inbound for the Bobcats. Near side for Owen Niemeyer. Back up top and around to Niemeyer again. Center of the lane. Turnaround shot. Chandler is blocked. And here come the Bulldogs. Trailing by 5 here in the second quarter. Near side for Mason Washington. Washington clear shot to the hoop, and he scores. The C's open for Mason Washington, and he's got 5 points. Full court pressure broken by the Bobcats. There's Chandler with it. Kicks it back to Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer has Heidecker near side. He'll try the 3. That one is just off the mark, and the rebound fought for and taken away by Chapman, then taken back by Niemeyer. Niemeyer to the hoop and in. Just got crazy enough, and Niemeyer was able to get some easy pickings there and make it a 12-7 ball game with 4:37 to play in the first half.
Tell you what, they've got me on my toes.
Here's Richards with it for Louisiana. Floats one from the free throw line and in. Donovan Richards' first points of the season. Chandler hands it off for Niemeyer on the far side. Couple of spin moves on Richards. People falling underneath the basket. They get it to Chandler. Kick it back out. Niemeyer. Ball fake on Richards. Got away with a little bit of a walk and then is fouled as he goes up for the shot. That's going to be on Donovan, his first. So it'll be Owen Niemeyer at the line for the first time tonight. He's got 2 points.
Both teams with 6 fouls.
Here in the midway point of this second quarter at 4:08 remaining in the first shot. Ooh, found its way down. Didn't want to go down, but it finally decided to give in. And back into the ball game is Harrison Hunt. Second shot for Owen makes it it keeps it at a 13-9 game. Rebound pulled down by Washington. So Owen hits 1 of 2. He's got 3 points. Here's Chapman. Kicks it out. Far side, 3-pointers long.
And really, Louisiana had nobody really under the basket for that rebound. They were all behind that arc, and it left 4 Bobcats in the paint to pull it down.
Louisiana has started this game ice cold from beyond the arc. You would think that they'd warm up before halftime, but it hasn't happened so far. Now a steal. Gets it back to Louisiana. Chapman, near side, kick it around. Here's Perkins. He'll try the 3. It's good.
Well, there's the first 3, and we'll see if they can capitalize on that through the rest of this game.
Nathan Perkins with the tray. Makes it a 1-point game at 13-12. Almost to travel. They kick it back to Niemeyer. Down to Hunt under the basket, and he's blocked by Jack Logan from behind. Logan with the steal. Here's Mason Washington with it. All the way to the hoop, and Louisiana pulls ahead by one. Timeout taken as Mason Washington makes it 14-13. 2:58 to go in the half here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, just like that, Louisiana turns that, 5-point deficit into a 1-point lead.
They did. I tell you what, and really it helped with Nathan Perkins drain that three. Now let's see if that momentum carries with him here in the final 2 minutes and 58 seconds here in the half, because, we've seen him try to put up a couple different threes, and they've been rimming in and out or coming up just short. So Bowling Green, though, right now, as far as rebounds go, they're having a lead. They're leading the two teams right now, and it shows.
The score, though, has Louisiana ahead by a point. First time they've led since very early in this contest.
And they've only led by one. The full court man-to-man defense from the Bulldogs here on this inbounds play.
Here's Hunt. Gets it ahead to Marcus Starks. Starks goes to the basket, and what do we have? A blocking foul. Charge called on Marcus. It looked like he was in position to take that charge.
And that is the third charge against the Bobcats tonight.
Fourth,
excuse me.
Yeah. And now a push off on Niemeyer. And that's just that's something you don't have to do.
No, we should be shooting 1-on-1s, as that's the 8th team foul. And we are. Chapman heads to the charity stripe. It'll be his first attempt at a free throw tonight.
So Tremaine at the line. 5'10 junior wears number 1. And the shot earns the second. And a 2-point lead, their biggest of the night.
That is his first points on the evening. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll make sure I was following there.
Second shot is good as well. And a 3-point advantage for the Bulldogs.
And again, full court man-to-man defense.
Heidecker gets it in to Marcus Starks. Little touch pass from Niemeyer to Chandler. Chandler works against Jack Logan. Gets it back to Owen. He floats a little pass back to Harrison Hunt.
I tell you what, that was a nice give and go there. Bowling Green having no trouble breaking that press. And really now they're getting points off of it. It's back to a 1-point game. Louisiana top 16-15.
And Hunt now the leading scorer for Bowling Green with 6 points. Here's Logan with it. Ooh, big Euro step there. Snuck it over the rim and scored. Jack Logan hasn't been able to hit from outside the arc, so he dribbled in that time, and now a blocking foul going to be called on Jack Logan. That's his second.
And that should take Marcus to the free throw line. Well, he'll get 2.
He was 0 for 2 his last trip. 2:07 to play here in the first half, 18-15. And the first shot is good.
Made up for that one there. See if he can get the second one, bring it within 1. Don't forget we have your Satellite Center halftime report coming up next.
Second one is short, pulled down by Washington, and here come the Bulldogs trying to add that 2-point lead with now 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Harrison with it. Lob pass, and that one hit the rim. Goes to Washington, however. Turnaround shot no good, and this time the rebound pulled down by Marcus Starks. Starks gets it to Niemeyer, and he crosses the line with it. Owen. Near side for Marcus, into the corner now for Chandler. Kicks it back out to Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer, free throw line, backs up. Near side for Heidecker to Chandler. Turnaround shot off the glass, and we're tied.
That was a nice move in there by Caden Chandler as he just did that nice drop step. Was able to lay it up off the glass, and as you mentioned, tie it up 18-all with 1:20 to go in the second.
Here's Wyatt Harrison with it for the Bulldogs with 1:12 to play. Harrison lob pass. It was behind Chapman, but Marcus fell down when he got the loose ball. So Starks has it go out of bounds and back to Louisiana with 1:07 to play in the quarter. Harrison triggers the inbound play to Jack Logan on the near side. He tries to go baseline. A little sidestep there, can't hit the shot. And the rebound pulled down by Niemeyer with 1 minute to go, trying to put Bowling Green back ahead. Hits the side of the backboard, goes out of bounds, back to the Bulldogs, 56.7 seconds to go.
I kind of feel like a little bit of what I'm watching is the Bobcats and Bulldogs are trying to play out their football game that they missed this fall right here on the court.
That's a possibility. Bounce pass gets it to Perkins, and it's swatted and taken away, and then Perkins commits the foul. Heidecker stole it, and then he was swiped by Perkins with the hand, and will head to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
And that's the 8th team foul. Both teams with 8 right now.
Heidecker 1-and-1. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Hit the back half of a 2-shot foul in the first quarter. This time he hits the first to earn the second and gives Bowling Green back the lead. He has 4 points. Second shot, good as well. And a 2-point Bobcat lead. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Richards, lost the handle, and it's taken away by Chandler for Bowling Green. Hands it off to Heidecker, bounce pass to the far side, gets it back, center of the lane, scores. Braden Heidecker putting together a little run here. It's Jack Logan. Things getting a little bit out of control for Louisiana right now. That one rims out for Washington.
And again, there's nobody underneath for those rebounds. Nobody's following their shots. Nobody's in position for a rebound.
Here's Niemeyer with the Bobcats up by 4. Looking for the final possession to end with a basket. Instead, it's stolen. Good defense that time for the Bulldogs. Logan over to the far side. Bounce pass corner. Here's Perkins for 3, off the mark, and that'll do it for the first half of this ball game. Bowling Green on the road, looking for the upset, leading Louisiana 22-18. We'll head to the Eagle 102 halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
An interesting first half of this ball game as Louisiana at home trailing Bowling Green 22-18. The Bobcats looking to complete the varsity sweep as the Bowling Green LadyCats beat up on the Lady Bulldogs in the first game of the night to pick up their first win and conference win of the season. First win for Coach Josh Runyon. But this one, the things that have made Louisiana fun to watch this year just aren't firing on all cylinders here tonight at the Jake. As The three ball has gone almost completely cold, save that one by Nathan Perkins. Logan hasn't been able to connect from that range. Washington, although he has 7 points, Mason just does not look as crisp as he did last week in the Monroe City tournament. And only he's still the top scorer, but nowhere near the pace that he was putting down points over at Monroe. So it's an interesting one. I'm not sure what I think Bowling Green is using a physicality that maybe Louisiana hasn't been used to early on in the season.
Well, I don't have a good answer for you, for the simple fact that, we watched this again a little bit on Friday night where, again, size-wise, Louisiana outmatched Van Far, but Van Far's speed had gotten in there. But I'm telling you still, we talked about it in the pregame, we're talking about it now again, Louisiana's they're just not under the basket to rebound.
Yeah.
When you have someone who's as tall as Mason Washington, Tremaine Chapman, Jack Logan, someone as big and physical as Ryan Capps, there should always be someone underneath that basket for a rebound. And right now we are seeing periods where there are 4 black jerseys in the paint when Louisiana is shooting, and there's nobody there to work on those rebounds. So I think that's something they're going to have to address, or, it's going to be a long season.
Definitely a long night at least here. I think this is the home opener for the season. So Louisiana maybe a little jitters. They've got a good crowd here, even with the social distancing. Bowling Green traveled down 54 very well. It's just maybe one of those nights where it's going to take a couple of quarters to get their feet under them. We saw a glimpse there of Louisiana basketball in the second quarter. You had the 3 from Nathan Perkins that pulled them within 1. They ended up taking a lead of a couple of points, but Bowling Green had the answer over the last 2 minutes and was able to not only tie but take the lead of 4 points to the half, and actually had a chance to extend it to 6 before the clock ran out there on them at the end of the second quarter. So Bowling Green surprising some people, at least through 2 quarters, and now it's up to Coach Smith and the Bulldogs to have the answer in the second half of this ball game if they want to win here tonight against the rival Bowling Green Bobcats. We'll take a break, come back with your first half scoring after this on the Eagle 102 Halftime Report.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
First half scoring as Bowling Green leads Louisiana 22-18. For the Bobcats, they have 1 point for Michael Starks, 1 point for Marcus Starks, 3 points for Owen Niemeyer, 4 points for Caden Chandler, 6 points for Harrison Hunt, and 7 points for Braden Heinecker. He's the leading scorer for Bowling Green so far. For the Bulldogs, 2 points for Tremaine Chapman, 2 points for Donovan Richards, 2 points for Wyatt Harrison, 2 points for Jack Logan, 3 points for Nathan Perkins, and 7 for Mason Washington, as both teams' leading scorers have 7 so far.
I was trying to get some scoring updates for us to pass along. I do know Mark Twain girls are trailing Monroe City at the half, 36-23. We'll see if we can get a few others here before too terribly long to pass along. We know Clopton is hosting Highland tonight. Van Far Boys is over at North Callaway. Of course, we'll have a full recap of scores on our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com later this evening, and a full recap during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow.
And what do we have coming up as far as live broadcasts the rest of the week, you know?
Well, everybody's kind of throwing some things around here as far as COVID goes, so some things changed around. We are going to be back at Clopton High School on Friday evening as the Clopton Lady Hawks will host the Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Mark Twain boys entered quarantine yesterday, so it will be just a boys game. I know the Van Far girls are still in quarantine, so the Van Far Indians are going to be over at the Silex Owls are going to be over at Van Far. So that's just going to be a boys game. We try to keep everything updated as we know, as we find out on our website. So again, there's a whole list of schedules on there, of course, a scoreboard page, and then we try to pass that along to you during Eagle 102 Sports. This is a busy time.
Someone needs to give me some of that vaccine.
Is that it?
I'm jonesing for some vaccine. Get us back under normal conditions here for the rest of the season. As it stands, you know, we're looking at middle of the year to fall before we're normal again. Herd immunity.
Are we going to actually ever be normal?
Herd immunity.
Herd.
I heard that.
You heard that. Big shout out, big thanks to our good friend here, Tegan. Tegan being a nice little runner for us this evening. We appreciate all her hard work for KJFM Radio.
What? I'm empty.
Well, you weren't paying attention. You got to pay attention to her.
I was talking. I was on the air.
Yeah, well.
Here's Marcus Starks with it. Bowling Green has the ball to start the second half, and it's bounced off the foot of Tremaine Chapman out of bounds. It'll stay with Bowling Green. 7:50 to go here in quarter number 3. And the Bobcats lead this one 22-18. Here's Owen Niemeyer with it. Back and forth between himself and Marcus Starks. Now to Chandler, over to the far side for Michael Starks. Starks back up top for Owen Niemeyer. Back to Michael. Michael, little telegraph for that pass, and it's taken away by Tremaine Chapman. Chapman going to try the 3. That one's good.
And that's a way to open the third quarter with a big 3 of what you've been missing all night.
And that's his first shot to go down from the field. And back the other way is Charlie Bowen. He's stripped from behind, goes to the floor. It's tied up, and it's going to be, now what do we have, a tie-up. They had to discuss it. Arrow favors the Bulldogs with 7:17 to play here in the third quarter.
So back-to-back turnovers possession-wise for the Bobcats.
22-21. Bowling Green has the lead, but Louisiana with the ball trying to tie it up or pull ahead. Here's Logan with it. Back up top for Mason Washington. Washington near side for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman goes to the hoop. He can't hit, and the rebound pulled down by Michael Starks. Starks back the other way to Marcus. He'll try the 3. That one's good.
Back-to-back trays here opening the second half, and that was a beautiful shot in there from Marcus.
His shot, the first to go down from the field. He has 4 points. Here's Harrison over to the far side for Jack Logan. Logan needs to get going from beyond the arc. Gives it off to Mason Washington. Washington back to Wyatt Harrison. Harrison, little stutter step, gives it off for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman over to the far side, hands it off for Washington. So they work a little bit of a weave. Here's a long 3, and that one's good for Jack Logan.
So maybe we're going to rain 3s now?
Jack with 5 points, his first to go down from beyond the arc, and now the ball lost by Marcus Starks out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs in a 1-point game. Here's Harrison with it, crossing the line. Clock running down to 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Definitely a hotter start to the second half than it was the first. Harrison to Washington on the near point. Into the corner for Jack Logan. Ball fake. They got out quickly on the defense. Logan's shot wild and picked up by Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer brings it up the floor for the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Good Niemeyer had the good position underneath that basket, was able to block out and pull that down.
5:53 to go. Get it to Michael Starks on the near side. Kicks it down to Bowen. His pass was to the chin of his teammate Chandler. First shot was no good. Second one no good, but he's fouled. And he'll head to the line, Caden Chandler. And the foul is the second on Wyatt Harrison.
First free throw shot up and no good by Chandler. He'll get a second.
4 points tonight. All coming in the first half. Second shot. That one's no good. The rebound pulled down by Starks on the far side.
Again, good rebounding by the Bobcats.
Had a little trouble. Gets it back to Niemeyer. Owen to the near side. Bullet pass down to Marcus Starks. He loses it out of bounds. And gives it back to the Bulldogs with 5:32 to play in the third.
You know, Bowling Green's opened up with 4 turnovers here in the third quarter, and they're going to have to slow that down because if Louisiana can take advantage of that, that's going to be a long second half for the Cats.
Dogs up the floor. Here's Wyatt Harrison.
It's a 1-point game.
25-24. Chapman gives it to Logan. Jack over to the far side for Mason Washington. Washington holds it high, brings it back up to the point, hands it off for Wyatt Harrison. He'll try the long three. That one's off the mark, and the ball tipped back to Tremaine Chapman. Chapman's going to try the tray. That one's long.
He was looking for the NBA tray, and it looks like Caden Chandler's going to pick up a foul on the rebound. Be his second. Team's second. Or team's first, sorry.
Harrison, a good job getting position on that one against the much bigger Chandler. Here's Logan on the inbound, near corner. He'll dribble out. Hands it off to Washington over the far side. At the point for Harrison. Back to Quincy Hutt. Through Harrison to Chapman. That shot off the glass, no good for Washington. And the rebound goes to Bowling Green. Here's Owen Niemeyer with it. He loses the control of the ball, and it's picked up by Jack Logan.
5 turnovers for the Bobcats here in the third.
That's been a problem so far here in the second half. Here's Quincy Hutt with it. Back up top for Logan. His three off the mark. Rebound tipped around. Harrison got it. Ball knocked out of his hand, though. Goes into the backcourt, out of bounds, and it's going to be Bowling Green ball. Good work by Owen Niemeyer. He never gave up.
Tell you what, it looked like two wide receivers going after a fumble on the football field. So Marcus Starks checking back in for Niemeyer. Heidecker's now going to inbound the ball on the far side.
Well-deserved breather for Owen after getting that turnover. 4:20 to play here in the third quarter. 25-24 is the Bowling Green lead. Heidecker gets it to Chandler to the near side now for Marcus. Shot wasn't there, so he gets it back to Michael Starks. Back to Marcus again. Skip pass, far side Heidecker. Back up top for Michael Starks to Marcus Starks.
A little zone defense from the Bulldogs, working to try and slow down that three-point shot.
Michael going to drive the lane, kick it off last second, stripped from behind, got it back is Charlie Bowen. His shot off the glass is good.
Tell you what, Charlie stuck with it. He didn't first, don't succeed. You try again, and he made it go down and back to a three-point lead for the Bobcats.
His first 2 points of the night. 27-24, Bowling Green leads on the road. 3:35 to play here in the third quarter. Over far side now for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman to Washington. Mason to Quincy Hutt. Hutt back to Tremaine. Loses control, and it's taken away by Michael Starks. Steal for Starks with 3:20 to play in the third. Bobcats trying to add to their three-point lead. Starks partially blocked, got the ball back, and it's taken away by Quincy Hutt. To Mason Washington. Long pass ahead to Jack Logan. Kicks it back out for Quincy. Top of the key. Here's a three. Mason Washington, no good. And the rebound tipped and taken by Charlie Bowen. His pass tipped into the front court to Heidecker. Braden's shot, no good. Rebound. Oh, all alone was Logan, and he faked himself out of a board. Knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Bobcats. Here's a free possession for Bowling Green. Up 27-24, Harrison checks out. Richards back in. Heidecker holds it high. And a 5-second call. He didn't get it in. And that is much to the dismay of Coach Brandon McCann. 27-24. Near side with it is Logan. To Richards. That's Donovan over to the far side for Jack Logan. Logan back up top. Tremaine Chapman for three. Good. And we're tied at 27 and a timeout taken by Louisiana. 2:34 to play in the third quarter from the Jake here on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, after going the whole first half just hitting 1 3, and that was from Perkins, Louisiana, all 9 of their points here in the third quarter from beyond the arc. Here's Heidegger with it in a tie ball game. 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Heidegger gets it back on a give and go. Dribbles out of the near corner. Back to the point to Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer changes direction, gets it to Heidegger. Heidegger going to drive. Kicks it back to Marcus Starks. Pass wasn't crisp. And now has it tipped out to Niemeyer. Little lane opens up for him. He can't hit the runner. Got a little help there to the floor from Washington. And now Chapman has it stolen. Goes out of bounds back to Bowling Green. 2 minutes even as things getting a little sloppy. And back in the ball game comes Harrison Hunt and Michael Starks.
Can be some full court pressure from the Dogs still on this inbounds play.
Marcus Starks and Charlie Bowen take a seat for Bowling Green. And here's Harrison Hunt with it to Heidegger. 27 all. 1:50 to play in the third quarter. Pass tipped out of bounds by Washington. Going to stay with the Bobcats. And Michael Starks to inbound. Gets it to Braden Heidegger on the far side. Takes it back out to the point for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer clears a little room. Gets it far side for Michael Starks. Starks, no baseline for him. Gets it back to Hunt. Now near side for Niemeyer. Kicks it down low, knocked around, and Bowling Green keeps possession momentarily, and then Donovan Richards to steal. A couple of crossovers. What a pass, and they're going to call a charge on Richards. Wow.
Ah.
Beautiful pass and finish, but it won't count as Richards picks up his second personal on a questionable charge.
I don't doubt there was a foul either way.
Now a tip and a take for Washington, taken back by Heidegger. Bowling Green has not given up on a single play tonight. And that's why this game is tied here this late in the third quarter. Niemeyer kicks it down low to Harrison Hunt. That shot blocked. Bowling Green keeps possession over to the far side. Through the center of the lane, Chandler floats one in. Caden Chandler's got 6 points, and Bowling Green a 2-point lead. Down to 45 seconds to go in quarter number 3 here from Louisiana High School. Richards to the far side for Tremaine Chapman. Back up for Mason Washington. Washington near side for Richards. Coach Smith barking out orders. Here's Logan for a long 3, and it's good.
Nothing but net, Jack.
Splash
Logan.
that home, yeah. 30-29 Bulldogs. 8 points now for Jack Logan. Back the other way, a foul. Going to send Michael Starks to the line. And that's going to be the third foul on Ryan Capps.
He hasn't been in very long this evening and picked up a 3.
And the first shot is short, but snuck over the rim and goes down for Michael Starks. He's got 2 points tonight.
So Quincy Hunt returns the ball game for Chapman, and Charlie Bowen returns for Chandler.
All tied up at 30 after that first free throw, and the second shot could put Bowling Green ahead. Instead, it goes long, and Washington the rebound. Ahead to Logan. Logan to the hoop. That floater no good. Camps the putback too hard. Logan gets the board. A little more rebounding out of Louisiana here in the third quarter. Here's Logan down to 6 seconds to go. Richards rather. Between the circles, going to try the NBA range 3. A little long, and we're going to go to the fourth, tied at 30. here from the Jake at Louisiana. Bowling Green 30, Louisiana 30. Back with the fourth after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Fourth quarter starts now with Bowling Green in control of the ball, but the game is tied at 30. Almost a steal. Here's Michael Starks at the free throw line, kicks it near side for Charlie Bowen. Bowen kicks it back out for Mike over to the far side for Braden Heidecker. Heidecker nowhere to go with it, almost stolen by Quincy Hutt. Now it is stolen by Jack Logan after the ball was tipped around a couple of times. Corner now for Quincy. Three ball wasn't there, gives it to Mason Washington. Turnaround shot, yes, and a foul.
So Mason Washington with another 2 tonight. He's got 9 on the night. Going to head to the charity stripe, try to make it an even 10 as they took their 2-point lead.
He passes both Chapman and Logan. They both have 8 points as the Bulldogs' top scorer. Into the ball game for the first time tonight is Gunnar Bryant. 32-30. And make it 33. And even 10 points for Mason. Biggest lead in a while for the Bulldogs at 3 points to the near side for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer with 40 seconds gone here in the fourth. Gives it to Charlie Bowen. Bowen lost it off his hand, and whose ball is it? They're going to say Washington knocked it off his hand.
Yeah, Washington was trying to say Bowen touched it again, but even from this angle, I don't think so.
Niemeyer to inbound at the end of the Bowling Green bench. Gives it back up top to Michael Starks. To Owen Niemeyer. Center of the lane. Gunnar Bryant. No. Rebound pulled down by Camps and almost stolen back by Gunnar. But Donovan Richards will bring it up the floor for Louisiana to the near side. Mason Washington worked it inside. It's knocked away by Owen. He was lobbying the other way, but
didn't win a Grammy tonight.
Not a Grammy, not an Emmy.
Not even an Oscar.
Not a Tony either. They get it into Quincy Hutt. Kicks it far side for Perkins. That shot short. Bowling Green got away with a little contact there. Bryant the rebound, gets it head to Michael Starks. Starks to the near side for Heidecker. Braden out of the corner. Through Starks to the far side for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer skips it. Now back up top to the free throw line for Bryant. Back to Heidecker. That shot rims out, and the rebound pulled down by Quincy Hutt for the Bulldogs. To Richards. Donovan pulls back. Gets a pick. Partial pick from Ryan Camps. Almost fell down. Gives it off to Quincy Hutt. Hutt, center of the lane, is fouled. Boy, his neck snapped back, and it was a late call from the official, but the right call. And it's going to be on Heidecker. Excuse me, Niemeyer.
I'm going to say be his second. Team's third.
33-30. Louisiana leads. Here's a three from Perkins off the inbound. In and out, no good. Camps the rebound. Here's Hutt for three. That one's long. Another rebound, and this time.
This is going to go against Caps.
His fourth.
Team's third. Oh, excuse me, team's fourth.
So as of right now, Caps going to stay in the ball game. Here's Charlie Bowen with it in the backcourt, and he traveled. Yeah, he just lost focus for a half second trying to find his next pass and slid that back foot.
9 turnovers here in the second half for the Bobcats.
Caps does check out now that we get a whistle.
It looks like Caden Chandler's going to come back in. He'll give
Gunnar Bryant
Nope.
Bryant back in there.
Oh, they're going to Charlie Bowen. Who's going to have a seat.
Bulldogs up 3. Gets it into Nathan Perkins. Into the backcourt and over and back, and Perkins goes, oh, I did do that.
It's one of those mental mistakes that they're going to have to iron those things out.
Perkins, the 5'10 junior, with the turnover, gives it back to Bowling Green with a chance to tie it with a 3. Niemeyer over to the far side for Starks. Now Chandler back up for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer kicks it near side. Starks thought about that game-tying 3. They go center of the lane. Instead, that shot no good for Chandler. And the rebound pulled down by Mason Washington. Skip pass ahead. Hutt. Touch pass to Chapman. Chapman off the glass. Yes.
5 points, the largest lead of the night for Louisiana.
Long pass and now a steal by Perkins. Stolen back by Niemeyer at center court. Here comes Owen. Trying to skip it across to Gunnar Bryant, and they're going to say it did go off of Gunnar after the pass was tipped. Louisiana takes over, 5:28 to go, and a timeout taken by the Bobcats. 35-30, Louisiana leads here in the fourth quarter from the Jake on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Louisiana with their biggest lead of the night at 5. Leads Bowling Green 35-30. Very low-scoring affair. It's not what we're used to from Louisiana, that's for sure, here in the early going.
That's not. Another quick scoring update. Clopton girls got the win over Highland tonight, 58-37.
And earlier tonight, it was the Bowling Green girls over Louisiana, 61-16. Yeah, their 2 wins, they've averaged 70 points. Louisiana has. They're not going to reach that tonight. Looking for win number 3 on the season after picking up 3rd place at Monroe City. Here's Washington. That shot almost void-locked and picked up by Heidecker for Bowling Green.
Got away with a little bit of a travel as he took off over there.
3 minutes gone, and speaking of getting away with a few steps, Niemeyer is fouled as he puts up that shot. It's going to be on Donovan Richards, his 3rd.
Team's 5th.
4:59 to play here from Louisiana High School. Owen Niemeyer at the line. First shot is no good.
Little hard. Hits the back of the rim, comes off the side. Looks like Wyatt Harrison set to check back in for the Dogs, along with Jack Logan.
They're both waved in. Richards will take a break, as well as Nathan Perkins. Niemeyer at the line. Had a little contact with Logan as he went by. Second shot for Owen. Goes long, and the rebound pulled down by Logan. And we're going to have a foul after.
Is it going to be on Bryant? That is. Gunnar Bryant's going to pick up his first. Team's 4th.
As Chapman was exiting with that ball.
Full court pressure brought in by the Bobcats.
Broken by Logan and the Bulldogs. Here's Wyatt Harrison. Into the offensive end. Pressure coming from Niemeyer. Goes to the far side with it. Hands it off for Tremaine Chapman. His pass is tipped. Quincy Hutt gets it in the backcourt and will come back across the line with a pass to Chapman. Kicks it to Washington on the baseline. His shot rolls out. No good. Rebound tipped in off of
Washington's foot. He ended up kicking it out of bounds.
4:31 to play here in the fourth quarter. 35-30 Louisiana has the lead. Bowling Green has the ball, and they can get a little closer on this possession. Need to start finishing. Can't allow Louisiana to extend this lead any further. Here's a putback by Michael Starks. And he scores.
It's his first field goal from the field goal tonight here in the second half.
Just 4 points for the starting point guard from the Bobcats, but it's a 3-point game right now. Harrison hands it off for Tremaine Chapman. Chapman, good spin move, and he's tripped, and
jump ball.
They call a tie-up.
Yep, possession error stays with the Bulldogs. Ryan Camps is going to check in.
He's playing with 4 fouls, so he's got to be careful. And they'll pull Quincy Hunt off the floor to make room for Ryan.
Harrison will have the inbounding duties.
Halfway through this fourth quarter from Louisiana. Here's Washington, and he's blocked. He got in too deep anyway. And the rebound goes to Michael Starks. They could tie it with a 3. Gunnar Bryant to Owen Niemeyer. I don't think Bowling Green thinks in threes too much. Now the pass taken away by Tremaine Chapman. Chapman over to the far side, kick it out, around. Logan for 3, off the mark this time, and Camps steps out of bounds after picking up the loose ball. And that gives it back to Bowling Green, and Hutt back in for Camps.
A little offense-defense trade out here, as we mentioned, Camps playing with 4 fouls.
3-point game still, with Louisiana ahead. Heidecker on the far side, comes to the middle of the floor, gets to Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer crossover, gives it back to Heidecker. He'll try the 3. That one rims out. And the ball out of bounds, going to stay with Bowling Green. Last touched by Jack Logan. 35-32. Great game plan tonight for Coach McCann and the Bobcats. I'd say Louisiana was heavily favored in this one. Here's Chandler with it. Passes off last second to Gunnar Bryant. And he picks up his first 2 points of the night.
It's a 1-point game. 35-34. Dogs on top by 1.
Here's Wyatt Harrison. Louisiana needs some points now. Over to the far side for Tremaine Chapman. He comes out to the near side for Logan. Jack loses control. And backcourt violation. They said it wasn't tipped. You lost it clean. And it goes back to the Bobcats with a chance to take the lead with a 2-point basket. Caps back in. Hutt takes a seat. Here comes Niemeyer to Starks. He loses control. Ball goes to the floor. Picked back up by Camps momentarily. Now Bowling Green has it. No one could get control for a minute there. Heidecker finally gets it back out to the point to restart. He has it again to Niemeyer. Niemeyer near side for Michael Starks. Over to the far side now for Heidecker. Bounce pass near side. Michael Starks trying to get past Logan. Lob pass is tipped. Bowling Green keeps it again. Here's Heidecker. Turnaround shot high off the glass, no good. Bobcats another rebound. Chandler is fouled, and he can tie it with a free throw, and I think it's going to be on Wyatt Harrison.
You know, the thing here is there was 2 Louisiana players underneath that basket, and Caden Chandler went higher than both, straight up and grabbed it.
And he'll get the free throws on the Harrison foul. On the putback, 3rd foul on Wyatt. First shot rims out. Louisiana still has a 1-point lead.
Chandler going to try and tie it up here with the second.
And that shot is short, barely scrapes the iron, and on the putback, another foul is going to send Gunnar Bryant to the line.
And that's going to be Mason Washington picking up his first foul.
That's the 7th team foul against the Bulldogs, so Bowling Green going to be shooting from here on out.
Well, Bowling Green shot 8 of 14 in the first half, and they've kind of gone cold here in the second.
Gunnar missed the first, so Louisiana still a 1-point lead. Marcus Starks getting ready to check back in for the Bobcats. Second shot, and we're tied. Tied at 35. Gunnar Bryant makes 1 of 2. He's got 3 points here in the fourth quarter. Even 2 minutes to go. Very low scoring ball game here from Louisiana High School. There's Washington to Wyatt Harrison. He's across the line with speed, now puts on the brakes. Backs out. And we'll take it all the way to the Bulldog logo at center court. Now to Jack Logan. Back up top for Mason Washington. Near side for Wyatt Harrison. Harrison, lob pass to Camps. He can't control it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the big man, Ryan Camps, out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green with a chance to take the lead with anything.
So Harrison Hunt returning to the basketball game. Going to come in for Chandler. Also returning is Donovan Richards.
He's waved in at the last second, and who's he going to replace? He'll replace Wyatt Harrison. Minute 37 left in regulation. Girls game went to Bowling Green in decisive fashion. Final in that one was 61-16. Here's Michael Starks with it in the tie game. Minute 25 to play. To Marcus Starks. Starks. Good spin move on Chapman. To the near side, Marcus has it again. Back up top for Michael. Down to 1:15 to play in regulation. Works past Washington, loses control. Ball loose. Picked back up by Michael. His pass tipped and out of bounds. It's going to go back to Louisiana with 1:04 to go.
Holy cow, we got a timeout on the court. Coach Smith wants to talk to his players.
1:04 to play in regulation. 35 all. Bowling Green in Louisiana here from Louisiana High School on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
It's game tied at 35. Louisiana will have it off the timeout. 1:04 to play in regulation, and if you're the Bulldogs, do you try and dig in here and play for the last shot with 1:04 left?
Well, I would tell you that, yes, that's what you normally do. However, every time Jim Ross and I talk about that, it goes against us. So I say, first of all, you got to get the ball inbounds. Bowling Green's been scrappy tonight and been in your face, and Mason Washington's got to get the ball in the hands of the Bulldogs first.
Chapman does get it. Back to Mason Washington. Full court pressure, three-man pressure from Bowling Green. Knocked around. Here's Richards in a timeout taken. And Coach Smith has some instruction for Jack Logan as we go to this timeout. 55.8 seconds to go. Still Louisiana ball when we come back on Eagle 102.
Your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs is still Mid-America Auto and Towing. They perform state inspections, run diagnostics, and specialize in brake repair. They do everything from preventative maintenance to engine repair and more. Mid-America will also guarantee the lowest prices on tires. Stop in, browse their pre-owned vehicles, and make sure to ask about their senior citizen and military discounts. Financing is available. To get a sneak peek of their inventory, visit MidAmericaAutoandTowing.com. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Louisiana breaks the press this time, down to 42 seconds to go in regulation. Tied at 35 with the Bowling Green Bobcats. Here's Tremaine Chapman with it, out to Jack Logan. Logan gets past Marcus Starks with a pass to Chapman. Now to Donovan Richards. Richards looks for a little instruction, bothered by Niemeyer. Down to 23 seconds to go. Bowling Green would be very happy going to OT. Louisiana wants that final shot. Here's Tremaine Chapman with it, out to Mason Washington. Now Jack Logan, down to 12 seconds. Logan floater, no good. Camps had the rebound lined up, but the ball just scraped the front iron and got away from him. Timeout taken as Bowling Green gets the ball back. 6.9 seconds to go in regulation. We're tied at 35 on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home and share with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
So Bowling Green will get the ball back. 6.9 seconds to go. They'll get it about halfway through the backcourt. Louisiana has a couple of players now, 3-man pressure. And what are we going to have?
Got another timeout.
Another timeout is.
We better keep it right here.
Yeah,
Mark.
Louisiana saw what Bowling Green had set up, and now will make their adjustment. 6.9 seconds to go, and why not? If you've got a timeout this late in regulation,
you might as well use it. Yeah, you can't take it home with you.
You can't even take it to overtime with you.
That's true.
You get more in overtime.
Now, I don't mind going to one overtime here tonight, boys, but we do not want the 5 overtimes like the Clompton girls and Ellsbury girls had last week.
We're not going to do that.
No, you all need to. If you can get this decided in regulation, that'd be spectacular. If you want one overtime, that's what we're going to give you tonight. It's a school night.
Well, I mean, if they want to go more, we'll do. We're not going to leave after one. 35 all, 6.9 seconds to go.
I'm going to give them all new nicknames if they take it to more than one. How about that?
That's a lot of nicknames.
That is a lot of nicknames, but I can come up with them. So, all right. So, here we're going to try this again.
Bowling Green ball. Just about the edge of the three-point line on the far sideline. Marcus Starks will inbound. He's got Michael and Owen Niemeyer with him in the backcourt. They'll go backward to Michael, down to 5 seconds. He crosses the line with 3 on the clock. He's going to get the shot. Here it comes. It's off the back iron and out. He missed it by a fraction of a hair. That's how close this game was to ending in regulation with the Bowling Green upset win. Instead, we're going to OT, tied at 35. Louisiana and Bowling Green. More after this on KJFM.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERC Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
All tied at 35. Both teams score a whopping 5 points in the fourth quarter as the defense has been spectacular in this one.
Well, the fun part is, Mark, we haven't had anybody foul out, so we should see a good matchup here in this overtime.
Gunnar Bryant going to jump against Mason Washington to start overtime, and Gunnar wins it over to Michael Starks. That was a height disadvantage for Bowling Green.
It was, but Mason Washington was trying to get a little edge where leaning his arm over that center line there, and the referee said nope.
Michael over to the far side for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer over to Michael. Lob pass was tipped and taken away right into the hands of Camps. Back the other way. Here's Tremaine Chapman going baseline. It's swiped away from him. Going to stay with the Bulldogs with 3:29 to go in the first overtime.
And I was trying to figure up real quickly, turnovers for the Bobcats in the second half. They had 13 in the second half alone. They have over 20 in the game.
So Richards to inbound. Donovan gets it far side for Camps. Camps gives it back to Tremaine Chapman now for Donovan Richards. In the center circle. Angles to his right, gives it to Tremaine, and we had a man go down, and we're going to have an offensive foul against the Bulldogs.
And it's going to be against Washington.
Chandler drew it. Just the second on Mason. 3:18 to go. Turnover gives it back to the Bobcats. 3:15 as they cross the line. Niemeyer to the far side for Heidecker. Pass got away from him momentarily. Louisiana wasn't able to pick up. Heidecker has that floater go awry, and the rebound finally knocked to Washington to Chapman. Reverse layup is good. Louisiana strikes first in OT with Tremaine Chapman picking up his 12th point. And it looked like Michael Starks may have hit his elbow trying to block that one when he landed on the ground, but he looks okay. Heidecker gets it to Michael. At the point. Goes to his dribble. Floater. Off the glass is good. How did that go down?
With skill. That's only goal.
6 points now for Michael over to the far side. They get across the line with Mason Washington. Hands it off for Donovan Richards with 2:24 to go in a tie game at 37. And an inadvertent horn. They'll keep playing. Near side. Ball knocked away from Richards, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. They said last touch by Owen Niemeyer.
All right, so Louisiana will inbound it right at the head of their bench.
Inbound goes to Washington now for Richards in the center circle. Richards angles far side, now returns to that Bulldogs head. Over to the far side now for Chapman. Chapman's floater good and a foul. Tremaine Chapman coming alive here in overtime. He's got 14 points, chance to make it 15 from the line.
And that went on Harrison Hunt. That is his second. Team's fifth of the half.
Chance for a three-point play. Tremaine shot. High arcing free throw, no good. And the rebound picked up by Caden Chandler for Bowling Green. He hands off for Michael Starks with 1:52 to go. Owen Niemeyer with it on the far point. Give and go. Get it to Starks on the baseline. The pass is tipped and taken away. And now we've got a travel called against Tremaine Chapman.
Back-to-back turnovers here. What a game in overtime. 2-point lead for Louisiana.
39-37 with 1:44 to play. Here's Owen Niemeyer. Far side for Michael Starks. Starks surveys the scene. Going to take it himself to the free throw line. Now dribble the lane. Give it to Niemeyer for the three. That one's off the mark. Caps the rebound for Louisiana. Ahead to Chapman. Here's Tremaine. Working against Starks. Couple of number ones there. And it goes out of bounds. And the last touch by Tremaine Chapman. Good work defensively by Michael Starks not to pick up his third foul and get the ball back. 1:24 to play. First overtime. Bowling Green's only committed 5 fouls in this ball game, in the second half rather. That's pretty amazing for a team that is usually in foul trouble. Niemeyer back up top for Michael Starks. Starks hands it off for Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer back to Starks on the near point. Down to 1:02 to play. Here's Chandler with it. At the head of the key. He's going to dribble down the near side. It's blocked and taken by Ryan Capps. And here comes Louisiana, almost an over and back again. No, they are going to say it was an over and back.
I was moving the camera and didn't catch it.
It was, his feet were, he was in the air, hovering above the line. That one is close. Turnover gives it back to the Bobcats, 51.9 seconds to go, but how many times are you going to have it that close in a ball game, you know? Bulldogs have been whistled for it twice before that. Pass rejected back to Starks. Turnaround shot high off the glass. Caps the rebound and a timeout taken by Louisiana. 40.6 remaining in overtime number one. 39-37 Louisiana with the lead in the ball when we come back on KJFM.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
40.6 seconds to go in the first overtime of this ball game. It's Louisiana leading Bowling Green 39-37 in this long-standing rivalry, long before they became conference rivals, that's for sure. 39-37.
This is what I remember.
Yeah.
from my high school days. We'll go back that far.
I'm sure you can go back farther, and before the ball gets inbounded, we've got another foul against the Bobcats.
Against Chandler. That's his third. Team sixth.
So there's still fouls to give. And here's Mason Washington with it in the backcourt with 36 seconds to go, and he's fouled by Marcus Starks. Marcus's second, 7th team foul, and a 1-and-1 coming. Defense has had a big night in this one.
Yeah, it has.
No one has had a glowing offensive stat line, although Chapman's been good here in overtime with all 4 points for the Bulldogs. Washington at the line, trying to make it a 2-possession game. He hits the first free throw. Makes it 40-37.
Well, Louisiana is 4 for 5, or they were before that. Not counting overtime stats.
Second shot, in and out, so it's a 3-point game. So the best Bowling Green can do on this possession is tie with 30 seconds to go. Little floater and a charge called on Owen Niemeyer.
And that'll be his third.
That's what?
Fourth or fifth.
Yep. Offensive foul gives it back to Louisiana, and Hutt is fouled immediately by Michael Starks. That's Michael's third, and a 1-and-1 coming for Quincy Hutt, looking for his first points of the night.
It's going to be a long 26 and a half seconds if we're going to spend the whole time fouling.
Yeah. This can make it a 2-possession game. 26.5 seconds remaining here at Louisiana High School, and the first shot's no good. So Bowling Green got what they wanted. A chance. Down to 20 seconds to go. Here's Michael Starks, baseline, kicks it back. Chandler, his shot's no good. Rebound tipped up by Camps. Bowling Green keeps it. That shot no good. Down to 8 seconds. Another shot no good. And finally the rebound grabbed by Mason Washington. He's fouled by Michael Starks. And Mason going to head to the line.
He's going to get 2. Yep, that was the 10th.
3-point game, 5.6 seconds to go. One ices it.
What an exciting game.
Yeah, you've got to tip your cap to Bowling Green. That one's no good. So now he has to hit one to ice it.
See, I'm already excited. I'm ready for these two to meet up at the Bowling Green tournament.
I'm just excited at the prospect of a Bowling Green tournament.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I'm thinking positive, sending positive thoughts.
Second shot. That one's no good. Rebound tipped in the air. Chapman had it momentarily. And then out of bounds, I think, was Harrison Hunt.
Yeah, they're going to say that his foot was on the out of bounds line. But, man, that was a good hustle by him down there in the paint.
And a timeout taken. We'll keep it here with 2.8 seconds to go. 40-37 is the Louisiana lead on Bowling Green here in overtime. Both teams at the half, it was 22-18 Bowling Green. Louisiana tied it by the end of 3. The teams were equal in the fourth quarter, both scoring 5 points. And now Tremaine Chapman has Louisiana ahead in this first overtime with 4 points. He has 14 in the game. Mason Washington has hit 1 of 4 free throws here in the first overtime. But that's been enough to make it a 3-point advantage. But still Bowling Green, well, you got to steal now or get the 5-second call.
I tell you what.
And then go all the way down the court.
I remember at time you would try to foul away from the ball before they even inbound it. But now it's almost a flagrant, and then that's no good either. So I don't know why they decided to change that rule. It sometimes was a simple little foul, but you don't see much of that anymore.
Yeah, they put that intentional foul in there.
Yeah.
All right, so Louisiana will have it underneath their offensive basket with 2.8 seconds to go. So Bowling Green needs some sort of takeaway here, a turnover, a steal, and go the length of the court. Richards.
Better get into somebody.
Gets it in far side, and it is.
It is off Heideker's back.
So it's going to stay with Louisiana down to 1.5. So almost a full second went off the clock there. They get it in, and that will do it.
That's how the ball game is. Louisiana gets the win tonight, coming from behind 40-37. We have your Abel's postgame show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay all. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldogs debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, there was an upset bid, but Bowling Green falls just short as Louisiana holds serve and defends their home court with a 40-37 overtime victory over the Bobcats. Exciting game, exciting night. Bowling Green girls won the early game 61-16 over Louisiana. But this one, we knew it was going to be a close one from the start. A 6-4 first quarter. Bowling Green led 22-18 at the half. Louisiana outscored them in the third quarter 12-8 to tie the game at 30. Both teams score 5 in the fourth to force overtime. And thanks to 4 points from Tremaine Chapman and 1 free throw from Mason Washington, the Bulldogs outscore the Bobcats 5-2 in the overtime session to win this one by a final of 40-37. That was about as close a ball game for 4 quarters as I think we've seen in a while here. And a fun one between these longtime rivals.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty by any means, but I tell you what, it already has you excited for what these two programs are growing into. Again, Louisiana still, I'd have to double check, but I don't even know if they have a senior on their team. If they do, it's very minimal. Bowling Green kind of sort of the same way. So these two are going to be battling for quite a while, and you know, I'm hoping now that if there's a Bowling Green tournament, these two meet up because I'd like to see where it goes from there.
Oh, no. It's going to be even better the next time, I think.
Yeah.
And Louisiana, no seniors on their squad. They're very junior and sophomore heavy. They don't have a freshman either, so it's all juniors and sophomores for Louisiana, as that group's been together for quite a while now. And Bowling Green, a couple of seniors in there. Just really Starks is the only senior that sees any playing time. So these are two teams that have grown playing against each other and grown disliking each other. And it's going to be fun the rest of the season if they can find themselves locking horns a couple more times, because this one was physical. It was dominated by defense, and Bowling Green almost pulled off. They had the game plan to beat Louisiana. I'm sure some other teams are going to take notice, but Louisiana just outlasts them there through overtime, or through the fourth into overtime to grab the 3-point victory over Bowling Green here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your final scoring numbers after this as we continue the Eagle 102 postgame show.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
40-37, Louisiana over Bowling Green here on a Tuesday night as we wind down the pre-Christmas portion of our schedule. Final scoring numbers for Bowling Green. They had 2.9 for Charlie Bowen, 3 for Gunnar Bryan, 3 for Owen Niemeyer tonight. 4 points for Marcus Starks in this ballgame, 6 for Caden Chandler, 6 for Harrison Hunt, 6 for Michael Starks, 7 for Braden Heidecker, and he is the leading scorer for Bowling Green with 7 points. As not a whole lot going through the hoop tonight for either of these teams, although Louisiana had a couple in double figures. We'll get to them in a minute. I'll start with Donovan Richards with 2 points in his first action of the season, 2 for Wyatt Harrison, 3 for Nathan Perkins. That kind of got him going, actually, little bit there in the second quarter. Put together a little run as Louisiana actually pulled ahead for a little bit before Bowling Green took that 4-point halftime lead. 8 points for Jack Logan as he hit a couple of threes there in the third quarter. Part of a 4-3 third quarter for Louisiana that pulled them even in the ball game. 11 points for Mason Washington tonight and 14 for Tremaine Chapman. Tremaine is the leading scorer tonight for the Louisiana Bulldogs and high scorer in the game, and he drained a couple of threes in that third quarter as well.
And really, free throws missed is probably one of the big keys in this game. Bowling Green was 10 for 24. Louisiana was 5 for 10. That in turnovers. Louisiana had 29 turnovers. Bowling Green had 24. So taking care of that basketball is going to be key as they move throughout the rest of the season. Let's give you some scoring updates from some other games from around the area. If you heard us a little bit earlier, the Mark Twain girls fell to Monroe City 65-43. Clopton girls got the win over Highland 58-37. The boys are playing right now. Fort Zumwalt Eats beat the Ellsbury boys 58-28. And going on over at North Callaway right now, it is North Callaway defeating Van Far 55-31 in the third quarter.
Leading there, and again, Van Far still without some of their key players due to COVID. So that one isn't as surprising as it sounds right to your ear, as Van Far is still dealing with some COVID issues. So they are definitely outmanned at North Callaway, which is a tough place to play to begin with.
Absolutely. Montgomery County boys says their varsity team beat Monroe City, I think is what I just saw, 64-24, but that doesn't make sense, so I have to double-check that. Well, he put varsity won 64-24. MC boys win over Wright City. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Got to move my thumb.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So say those finals again with everything figured out in your head.
So Montgomery County boys got an EMO conference win over Wright City, 64-24.
There you go. All right. The final in this one, 40-37. Louisiana defeats Bowling Green in overtime here tonight. The girls' game went to Bowling Green, 61-16 over Louisiana. And, of course, all those scores will be updated on our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. And, of course, we'll have them all compiled into a tidy little report tomorrow morning on Eagle 102 Sports. That it? All right. 40-37 our final for Marianne Eberhardt. And running back at the station, Mark Fronick saying we'll see you Friday for more hoops right here on Eagle 102. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. From KJFM.